Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex on pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky, and that brain I won't speak on, cause y'all won't put no leash on me. Let me run about your way, get my Tyreek on. Fly to Miami to get my beach on. Preach on.
All right. Monday Night Raw was live in Buffalo, New York. And might I say, a pretty eventful, however you want to say the word, Raw. It was definitely something that I was like, yeah, when we get to doing the talking about Monday Raw, we got to talk about Raw from top to bottom if we can. We don't get through everything, it's whatever, but we got to get through it. And yes, it is bloodline related for sure, for the most part. DZ, did you watch Raw? Did you watch it from top to bottom?
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you think about the show?
It wasn't good compared to all the other ones. It was all right.
Okay.
It was
What did
all
you
right.
feel? What did you feel they didn't do as well for you to make the show go like, man, it went crazy, or oh, okay, we got some new developments, blah blah blah. So I felt to myself we got some development within the Bloodline story. I'm just not quite sure where it's going to go. That's my biggest thing.
The development that happened with the Bloodline story was obvious. Nobody knew. Nobody was gonna believe that Solo was gonna submit in the first place. I already knew that was gonna happen. I wasn't shocked with that at all. I wasn't shocked with that
Right.
at all. So when I seen that, I, didn't- even in that segment, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
the only I don't know. I think Solo is still setting up LA Knight. I don't think that's real, but I think they're playing that right now till all the way. You know what I'm saying? With Jacob not helping was perfect because uh, he
That
still
was
got that
very interesting.
he still got that issue with Jay. You know what I'm saying? He still got that issue with Jay. I think that was something that Larry said a while back. I think you said it as well. I think that
Mm-hmm.
Jacob and Jay need to get that fight out the way before anything continues because it don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense
Yeah.
if every time Jacob do something, Jay and him ain't happy with it, and if Jay do something, Jacob ain't happy with it, and if Roman praises one and doesn't praise the other, you know what I'm saying? Like when Roman
Yeah.
gave the Usos the Ulafala and Jacob was mad about it, but the Usos was mad when he gave Jacob the joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's the obvious in front of us, but as far as with Solo and LA Knight, I already knew that was going to happen, but I do think that it's a deeper story where Solo is going to end up. I think it's a way to get LA Knight all the way across the board to start believing in Solo for real, and then he gonna
Mm-hmm.
get turned on in the end, which I think that will probably be when LA Knight somehow gets an opportunity to go against Roman, and then Solo turns on him then to make it seem like he has an opportunity because he makes it seem like he got him on his side. Seems like like Roman's evil plan, like Solo already turned, but nobody
Mm-hmm.
knows and he can't tell him yet. That's what I feel like. But at the same time, it still was at the end of the day, it still was to me. Like I said last week, I didn't want Solo to go into the bloodline just yet anyway. So that's why I was like, yeah, I seen that coming because
Yeah, and it makes you
to force
go,
him into
what
the
was the
situation.
point
I was
of?
like, why is he here?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I think here's my question my thing is, what was the point of having Solo lose against Jay if you still have Solo rebel against Roman and them towards the end? And by the way, Roman and them were moving. It felt like Roman was kind of like low key going back to being a bad guy. Like the way he came across, the egotistical, the arrogance, the I'm going to run it how I want it. I don't care what you stand, sting, blah 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 blah. I'm thinking to myself, like, is Roman turning into a heel? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if that was what the direction they were trying to go in, or
I don't
what do
think
you
that
think?
I don't think, and I don't know if Larry could agree with this or not. I don't think
Yeah,
that
sure.
Roman is turning into a bad guy. I think Roman is going back to the old Roman.
I
That's what I
got
think.
you. I got you. But I
That's
also
what I
noticed
think.
too they were very much behind Solo, man. They were very much behind Solo.
That's because
To the yeah.
Solo's been pushed as the good guy these days. Like he's
Which
been
is
pushed as
weird.
the good guy, which isn't bad because I think that's where
It's not
Solo
bad.
needs
It's
to
not
be.
bad.
That's where
Yeah,
Solo needs
for
to be.
sure.
That's why he don't need to be in the bloodline just yet. But I just don't want
Mm.
Solo. I don't want Solo to just all of a sudden have to submit. Same way with Jacob. At the end of the day, Jacob
Yeah,
didn't want
I
to be
thought
in the
about that too.
bloodline. He didn't want to
When you
be in the
said it,
bloodline
yeah, I
either.
thought about that too.
He had
Yep.
to submit because he lost. Like
Right.
if you voluntarily get to the bloodline, it makes sense. But if you don't voluntarily go to the bloodline and you gotta submit, I hope it's with the tribal combat. And Solo did fight in tribal combat and lost, so he should have never left to begin with. He should have never left. If that was the rules. If that was the
Yeah.
rules, when they re-showed that video or showed the highlight, Solo literally was not supposed to leave.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it
What
was
what
interesting because what Solo did say, it was funny because he went back with his word, which is funny. The fans are behind Solo, but as I'm watching that video package that Roman displayed, I can't help but be like, you know what, Roman got a point, bro. Like
that's
you
what I'm
set it up
saying.
so bad that you going to acknowledge him, and
That's what I'm
and
saying.
once you lost, you didn't even do none of that. All you did was make fun of it and continuously rebel against the bloodline, all because your ego told you I can run the bloodline however I see fit and keep going against Roman. It's just like, but you literally told Thomas and
Yeah, you
showed
told.
it. If
Yep.
you lost, you was going to acknowledge Roman Reigns. And that's the funny
And
part.
you
Fans
never
are
did
getting
it.
behind like, no, we're supporting Solo, 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 Solo. I'm like, Solo been hypocritical. What y'all talking about?
That's what I'm saying. So when Roman brought the video out, I was
I'm
like,
like, that was great.
this is exactly true. Like
Hey,
Even when Jacob didn't want to do it, he had no choice because he
hey,
lost. I'm like, bro,
easy,
Facts. But he was forced into it. You know what I'm saying?
easy.
And Jacob acknowledged
yeah,
Roman. And he did what he wanted.
Hey,
Solo's just been
it's
like,
like,
no, I don't care.
it's like, it goes back to a couple of things. First off, Jada didn't want Jacob in there in the first place
right,
because remember when Jay came up to confront Solo on SmackDown,
right. I remember
he was
that.
like, why you gonna get Jacob? You know what why we stay away from him.
Right, I remember that.
And Roman didn't really want to get here. Roman wanted the Usos. So, Jacob put himself in there by coming out trying to challenge him, right? Now you
Yeah,
gotta come work with the family.
right,
You came out here trying to challenge me, trying to sit me down. Now you gotta work with the family.
right.
And
Larry, I get that, but the
hold
point
on,
I'm trying to highlight to BZ
hold
is
on,
no, hold,
yeah,
wait,
well,
let me
hold on. Let me
just
finish. Let me
just one
finish.
thing right quick. Just one thing.
Let me
Hold on,
finish.
for a second. Wait a minute. Hold your horses. Hold your
'Cause
horses.
we gotta remember what Roman
What I
said
was gonna say was
after that street fight.
what I was gonna say was when Solo faced Roman in tribal combat late, and Larry Roman said 2 years ago. It was last year, but regardless, whatever. It was January. It was the Raw premiere on Netflix, and he said once you beat him, not only was he going to beat you for the tribal chief Ulafala, but you said you was going to acknowledge him. You didn't
Hmm.
acknowledge him. The point at BD's highlight is that Jacob went against Roman. He rebelled. He rebelled probably even worse than the way Soul had did it. So the point is, once he's a loss, he had to
He had
acknowledge
no
Roman,
choice.
and he acknowledged Roman, and he's falling in line. Solo, on the other hand, has been like, you lost. You say you were going to do it. You haven't been doing it. So that's a problem. So it's like that's the biggest thing. Now I'm trying to get you to understand, Larry. The issue is he's beaten Roman has beaten Solo. So don't want to acknowledge him. Roman beat Jacob, but Jacob did it with no problem. So why is that? Why is that happening? Because to me, I often wonder, are they trying to tell a longer story before Solo fully comes back to the bloodline? Because I'm trying to figure out like what's going to be the catalyst for him to be like, okay, all right, I'm back with the family regardless of what happened between us. What's going to really get Solo to really come back? Or is this whole thing with LA Knight, to Beezy's point, is that all a ploy to get him back with the family, but he has to prove it somehow, some way, dastardly or something? I don't know.
Or like I said, or Solo's already back for real, but he's just playing that role to play with LA Knight for he can make him vulnerable, thinking that he can be trusted until it's time, and then he turns on LA Knight.
Ah, I
Yeah,
like that too.
but
I
even
like that
even
too.
but even still, you still got to look at Jacob because Jacob is still being
Yeah.
submissive as well. But even when Roman got dropped, Jacob didn't help. But it was all because Roman was like, "Yo, don't touch LA Knight. I told you leave him alone." So when LA Knight is in there beating you up and you need help and you ain't doing nothing, Roman can't be mad because all Jacob can say is, "Bro, you told me not to touch him. You said you had it."
Mm, mm.
That's why the whole time when LA and Solo was sitting in there looking at him like, "Bro, you gonna do something? You gonna do something?" And then when Roman got up with the Superman punch and LA Knight caught him, Jacob didn't interrupt. But that's because Roman pulled him off. He was like, "Bro, I told you not to do nothing." So he's like, "Yo, you can stop. You can." He's listening to Roman, but he's listening to Roman all the way to the point to where Roman's not paying attention to the fact that, bro, you messing up the situation. You getting dropped because you think you can do it by yourself, but you can't. You need Jacob. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't have been getting dropped like you was yesterday. You was getting dropped, and he could have helped, but he didn't help or engage because you pulled him off and was like, "No, don't do nothing to him. Don't do nothing to him." Don't do nothing to him. I told you. I could just smack him around. Don't touch him. Don't do nothing to him. But that's the same thing he said, like, what, 2 weeks ago? When he was like, bro, LA, leave LA to me. Don't touch him. That's what he said. He told all of them in the back, don't touch him. So now LA just dropped him. LA just dropped him in there. And with the Solo joint, when Jacob was dealing with Solo, he pulled him off Solo too. He told him to stop. So I'm like, bro, if you getting dropped, the average person would give up and try to help. But at the same time, they didn't. The Usos was already beat up. So and the way Solo dog walked them with the yeet and then the spike, I was like, bro, this is over. This is
Yes.
over. The way that he yeeted and then he spiked him over the barricade, I said, yo, this is over.
There were
This
people
is
that were
over.
trying to compare what Solo did to what Sami Zayn did to Roman Reigns back at the Royal Rumble, and I'm like,
No,
that's
that
a bit of a
ain't.
stretch. That's a bit
Yeah,
of a stretch. That's a whole different ball game because that whole scenario was very very much different. Sammy had to continuously keep proving his work to the bloodline.
yeah,
So didn't need to prove his work. So's biggest thing was, I don't want to be a part of you guys, period. But to Beach's point, maybe that's the point. Maybe the point is after Jay beat him, maybe he came to another. They came to another game plan where it's like, no, we're going to have Solo do what he's going to do, which could make sense even more because why didn't have Jacob attack Roman? Roman allowed that to happen, then says enough, and I'm like, so you're allowed, you're going to beat this man into submission.
yeah.
That's uh, that's
It
not the
didn't
way
make.
you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make
It
sense.
didn't
I'm
make
like,
sense
man,
unless
what are y'all doing?
that was the point.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking. I think it didn't make sense, but when I looked at it from an authority standpoint, I'm like, Roman, you don't know what you're doing, bro. For real. Like at the end of the day, when you win in these matches 1-on-1, yeah, but when you out here getting jumped, you stopping the people that's supposed to help you because you feel you can deal with it on your own, and they're not by themselves. Like LA's not by itself. You think that LA was by?
Yes.
That's why he was like. That's why he had Solo was about to do something in LA. LA kept yelling at him, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and then he spiked Roman. So, and then after he spiked
Mm-hmm.
Roman, everybody would have expected. Jacob to get Solo, but he didn't because Roman told him leave
Right.
Solo alone. So I'm like,
Right.
hey, all you doing is having other stuff backfire on you. That's all you're doing.
Yep.
Everything is backfiring on
Yep.
you. That's it. But
Exactly.
I just looked at it and I was just like, because the day before I watched What's Your Story with Jacob, and I was like, Jacob might be the best actor in wrestling
Mm.
because when you look at What's Your Story, it's total opposite for what he do on TV.
Yeah, he's not. He's cool. He's
He,
really cool.
he's a whole nother person than what he is
Yes.
on TV. And I'm just like, bro, this dude,
Yes.
I just seen him vulnerable and dang near crying in tears and help thanking his family and yeeting all the time on behalf of Jay and Jimmy and all of that stuff and how Jimmy was sending him Bible scriptures and was reading the word with him the whole time and all that stuff back in the day. So
Yeah.
now you see him on TV and it's like the total opposite. And it's like this dude's acting ability is crazy.
Yeah, he's. I remember when they did Unreal, and there was I don't know if you remember BZ, but there was like the first season of Unreal where it was like him and CM Punk were like sitting next to each other and they were talking, and you could just tell like off of his vibe alone, he's a cool like cat. Like he's a really cool, chill dude. Like he doesn't come across like a very mean, menacing. Like his character is like a savage, kind of like irate hothead, you know what I'm saying? But like
Hmm.
when you see him outside of that, you're like, yo, this man could be like the kind of guy you could hang out and go to like a restaurant to eat for a little bit and chop it up about, whatever, like hip hop music if you want to, right? Um and so he's like a cool person. I do think though, don't let that fool you, like just because he's cool and all, don't mean that man's gonna let anybody just get over him. That's not gonna happen. But he seems like he's an overall cool individual for the most part.
Yeah, he cool.
That's how I see. But yeah, let's get to it. Hold on, let me see. Did you there? Hello.
All right. No problem. Have a good one.
Okay. 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 Cool. So yeah, let's get to Raw. Let's see what happened. They kicked off Raw with Stephanie Vacquer. And for those that want to come on social media and be like, her English is not good and she needs to really do a better job when it comes to how she speaks English, blah, blah. Like, first of all, that woman is from Chile. She is Chilean. So her native language for the most part is Spanish. And she's wrestled primarily in Spanish before she even got to the WWE. And she went wrestling in AEW. I saw her time in AEW before time. She wasn't there too long. But my point is, for those that want to come on, especially if I care about her English skills, it needs to be a lot better and up to par. Um, I don't know what else to tell you, but you really need to just let that go because it's not that serious. I get it, but not too many people who are coming into WWE now are quote unquote foreign, or better yet, they are foreign, can really do their English to the best of their ability. It's just not going to be the case. Okay, so it's just like let that go, but whatever. Anyways, she cut in a promo. She calls out Liv Morgan, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, BZ, I can understand why Triple H is pushing Liv Morgan to a degree. I can understand why. Because I think I don't know. I'm not saying say genuinely people feel this way about her, but I can understand why he's pushing her. She generates hate. They don't like her. They don't like her character at all. Whether that's in real time or that's just how you're presenting the overall sports entertainment aspect of it. I don't know what it is. I think Liv Morgan for real is just she's playing up to being a heel, that annoying type of heel though, that you don't even want to see at the top. So
That's
cool for
what
her.
he's he's what dominant used to be.
Yes.
Yeah, he's what dominant used to be.
Interesting.
Because
Yes. Yeah.
right now people don't have a problem with dominant as much as they did. Like it was times when you dominant really literally couldn't talk. Still to this day he can't talk as much, but we're okay with dominant. Like on certain
Right.
situations, we're cool with dominant, and the crowd is sometimes behind him when he's fighting and things like that. But Liv, they don't like him, and I'm like. Even you heard people in
Mm-mm.
the crowd was yelling like, "Liv, we hate your music." You heard it. You heard it. You heard the people saying it in the crowd. Like the microphones caught that up. They caught it. They were just like, "Yeah, Liv, we hate your music. Your music sucks." If you listen to all the things they was yelling about when she was beating up Stephanie, you hear
Mm-hmm.
it. You hear it. It was crazy. And I was just like, yeah, she just cooking up a lot of hate. She's cooking up
Yeah,
a lot of hate.
yeah, and
So
I can't even know. So it's like when she was like, all time. I'm just like, bruh, stop doing that. I can't freaking say that. It reminds me of when not to a lesser degree, but like somewhat like Vicky Guerrero when Vicky Guerrero would be on the microphone, she'd go, "Excuse me,
right.
excuse me," right? Like, oh my gosh, like if you please do not stop saying that over and over, like that's how she does it every time. And I'm just like, oh, get off my screen. But that's kudos to her and the writing team and the creatives for just make me feel some type of way about that because you're doing your job. Anyways, um. They go into the arena, attack her. Then Becky Lynch comes through. I think Becky Lynch at this point is like more like an anti-hero. She just comes across like, I'm who I am at this point. I'm
She,
her, right?
yeah,
So
she's really
baby face or
putting
heel.
she's really putting everybody over. If you're on your way back or if
Yeah.
you're doing whatever, she's the one that's gonna put you over. Becky Lynch is on the
Yep.
put you over mission. 'Cause that's what she's been on.
Yes.
It's putting everybody over. And Stephanie didn't need to put over, but at the same time, she's been gone for so long. It's perfect to be highlighted, to be right there, to be in the mix of that.
Yeah.
Isn't it? You know what I mean?
I
Because
complete.
yeah, because she put over Soul Ruka. She put over a lot of people. She put over a lot of people.
Yeah, but
She put over a lot
shout
of
out to
people.
Becky.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
see
to
that want to
Becky.
go.
Yeah, it's funny when somebody in the comments is like, it's that's turn to go out here and watch the baby while while she's doing her
Yeah,
thing.
cause
I'm crying. That's hilarious.
yeah, because he's
They
not
may be
around. He
going,
ain't been back since the loss. He ain't been back
yeah.
since the loss.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I ain't
So
mad at it.
okay, yeah, I ain't mad at all. I get it. You got a kid, like shoot, that's responsibilities. So I get it. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Becky making it clear that she wants the title. Stephanie wants the title. I think they're going to lean towards a triple threat match later down the road. And hey, it is what it is at this point. So I ain't mad at it. But all three of them will probably deliver in their own way. So, anyways, what was next? Vicarious Aura and in-ring ability has helped her forge a connection while her promo have continuously improved. That she is over to the extent that she is in a company that values the ability to talk as much as WWE does is a testament to the performer. Fair enough. Uh, Morgan is such a delightfully unlikable heel. Her ability to rub it in the audience's face and do so gleefully helps enhance her effectiveness in that role that much better. I completely agree. I completely agree. I again, I felt she was very, very annoying. So that's the wrong thing. Shout out to Eric Beeson, by the way. He's doing the Bleacher Report review that I'm talking about right now. And then we got my
Mhm.
boy is bouncy, Javon Evans. By the way, check out his interview with Chris Van Vliet,
That
bruh.
came out
I,
today.
I
Yeah, that
watched it.
came out today.
Oh, it was so. It was good, man. It was real good. And I haven't fully finished it, but when I get a chance, I'll probably give you some insight about him. But he seems like a real cool kid. He didn't wrestle. He started wrestling training by the time he was 13.
Mm.
Yeah, he wrestled young, so he told his teachers he didn't want to read like they would have him do like schoolwork. He didn't really get into school like that, and he took him some other things. He said Jeff Hardy was like one of his favorites, so it makes complete sense. But yeah, he's an interesting guy, and you can tell the way he talks too. He's very very young, he's mad young. Like he talks like somebody who's really young.
Yeah,
But yeah, he wrestled with JD McDonough.
yeah,
And
for
Jay
sure.
McDonough, bro,
How
we
you
always
doing?
talk about this, man. Every single time.
Yeah,
Very
every
underrated
time.
guy.
Yeah,
Very underrated for
I
what he
want to
does in
see
the ring,
him. I
man.
want to see
Takes my
him what
breath.
he said with Jeff Van Fleet. I want to see him, JD. I want to hear his story.
Actually, he did. He did one
Uh,
with Chris Van
Chris
last
Van
year,
Fleet.
actually.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I gotta
Yep.
watch it.
Great. It was after he had injured his ribs, actually, too. For a moment there, I thought his career was going to be over, bro, because that was a bad looking injury, bro. You'll forget about that injury spot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Um,
I gotta see it.
yeah, it was a good interview. Um, but I'm trying to think. What was I talking about? Um, Big Cass. This him attacking Javon Evans each and every week. Um, has it run its course to you yet, or no?
Nowhere close.
Me neither. And I
Nowhere
don't
close.
know. Nowhere close to me, and I like it because first of all, people forget one of the things that makes pro wrestling work is when you have a bully. It's when you have like that bully like character, or at the very least, a monster like figure who can rush out on everybody in the ring. And we're missing that in WWE right now. I'm just being honest with you. We're missing a lot of that Big Show, Kane, Undertaker aspect of like just being dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Big Cat to me is like a great example of being a dominant force. So you need variety in wrestling. I always talk about this all the time. So him being back to WWE, honestly, I love it. I am curious though if they're gonna ever bring back Enzo, but I don't know.
I don't
I
think
don't
they
know.
need him. I think they need to throw Big Cass on the Judgment Day.
I like that.
After I seen what
Ooh,
Dom and them helped
I
yesterday,
like
I need
that.
I need to throw them. I need him to be a part of the Judgment Day. For real, for real.
You bring
I
him
think that
back
would
to
put a spark.
Judgment Day, I'm like, okay, all right, you guys ain't weak no more.
Yeah, I think that'd be the spark that they've been looking for.
They
For real.
definitely need Cass, bro. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
that'd be the
agree.
spark. Because then you got Big Cass, you got Raquel, you got yeah. That's a solid situation. Because they missing the edge, they're missing the Damian Priest, they missing the Rhea type deal where you bring Big Cass, that could seal up a lot of that. And he could be
Yeah,
like their enforcer slash bully type or whatever. For real, for real. Because now it'll be dominant and it could be Dom and JD. He could be standing behind him like everybody stands behind Liz. She got Big
yeah.
Raquel, and then she got what's her name. So yeah, that would be solid to me. I think he should get in no Judgment Day.
Javon Evans also said that he wants to be the youngest world champion in WWE history.
Or he might want to go after Punk
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
ain't about to beat
Well,
Roman
he
for that.
said if he won the world heavyweight title from if he was to win the world heavyweight title, say from Roman Reigns, he said he would love to bring back the big old belt back. I said, oh, okay, feeling way back.
Who
But
was the youngest? Who was the
the
youngest ever?
youngest world champion last time, if I'm not
Randy. It's
mistaken, I
Randy. He
believe, yeah,
said
it was Randy.
it's
Yes, it was
Randy.
Randy. It was
But what was
Randy.
the age?
Yeah, yeah. Randy was 20, 23, 24. I think he was 24 when he
How
won.
old is Javon right now?
Devon's 21, 22. Let me see. Let me see. If you can look it up on your own, that would be great. But I'm gonna look it up on
Yeah,
mine. Let me
yeah, I'm
see.
driving. I do not know. But if he's 23, then Javon Evans is probably winning the Money in the Bank if they're gonna push that.
Devon is 22.
Oh, well then no.
He's
Yeah.
22. So
So
yeah,
he got to hurry up. He got to win this year or in the
yeah,
next
he
two
got
years. He
hurry
got
up
to win.
either this year or next year. He got two more. He got 2 years for him to win
Yeah.
that. And if he does, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily make it a long reign, but it will still break somebody's record. So that would count for something.
Yeah, that's a
Only
good
two
look.
years though. Yeah, I'm not that. He's good enough to be champion. Though I will say that he's good enough to be
Yeah,
champion for sure.
he ready for any belt they got. He's
Yo,
ready for
oh
any
yeah.
belt.
In fact, it's big facts. Um, who do you see? Let me. I'm gonna have a little fun with you right quick. Who do you see Javon Evans perhaps like teaming up later with to become tag champions on WWE? Who can you see him be a tag team champions with?
That's a good question. Dang, a really good question. I think. Mm, I don't want to split that
Carmelo
up.
Hayes.
It's no. I think the perfect tag team partner for Javon Evans already has a tag team partner. So I don't know if it'll ever happen, but for me, it would be Montez Ford. They would nobody would beat them.
I was thinking about that. I kid you
Trick
not. I'm
Williams.
not no cap. I literally thought
I
about
like
Bron
Trick.
for
I
some
like
reason.
Trick. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I
Trick
like,
too. I
yeah,
like Trick too.
Trick
I
and
like Trick
Carmelo.
too.
I like
I
Trick.
Trick
like
and
Trick too.
Carmelo.
I think
But the
Carmelo
way
too. I think
the
Carmelo
way
too.
yeah the way Javon Evans flies in the air, Montez Ford and him together, that would be unmatched. That would be unmatched.
Mm,
That would be crazy. That would be Penta and Ray Phoenix. That's exactly what that would be from a flying standpoint. That would be Jeff Hardy one versus Jeff Hardy two on the same team. We ain't never seen that.
crazy,
Like people that be
crazy.
flipping and doing all that stuff all the time. Like what? That would be crazy. But
Yeah,
I
that'd
like
be lit.
I like the Trick Williams for sure. Carmelo Hayes maybe because I like Carmelo Hayes by himself. But
I like Carmelo Hayes, but
I like I like
yeah,
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams as a tag team. Honestly, I like them two. That,
they have history from the team, so it can work.
yeah.
They
So
have history.
I
They have
like
history.
both of them. So yeah,
Javon,
out of those three for real. Out of those three for sure.
I go
I ain't
for
mad at none
one.
of those three.
Oh, remember Leon Slater, the one dude he had teamed with to face AJ and Dragon Lee when they were champions.
Yeah,
The Saturday Night's main event from last year. He can be
yeah,
his tag team partner too. I like him.
yeah.
They have a similar
I'm not.
background too. Like,
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
yeah, man, Leon Slater. So yeah, if they ever want to go through a tag team thing, I think Javon and them would they would have a field day, bro. That'd be fire. But
Somebody like to
anyway,
do. They got to do some tag team because when Shinsuke and them show
yeah.
up, it's a wrap for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Oh
I
yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
believe
I can't
his
wait for
tag team
that whole
partner.
thing.
It's about to get wild.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about to get wild with them. Like man,
Yep.
I,
Yep.
I mm, Penta. I mean not Penta, but Shinsuke been gone for a minute. But his tag team partner is a ticking time bomb for real, and it's about to be crazy.
Oh, and by the way, shout out to Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga for winning. Congratulations to them for winning the SmackDown Tag Team Championships last week on
Yeah, I
or
was
the
wondering.
WWE Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, I was wondering why
Yep.
Haku was coming back because he came and then he left.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, where's Haku at? Well,
I think he was there last week. Yeah, he was there.
I ain't seen him last week.
Yeah, yeah, he was there. He helped them with, like he helped. I don't think he helped them win the tag belts, but I do believe he was there to assist them. I saw a video of it. So, but yeah, man, shout out to them. They do their thing. Um, let me see, and then we get to the next first round. I think the third first round match of the tournament, with Ray Phoenix taking on El Fiscal of Triple A. I'm a big fan of Ray Phoenix. I always want to see him win. So heck yeah, this is a good match. People say it was a slower pace. This was a slower pace match than one
Then
might have
last week,
expected.
And I
Yeah.
think his father wrestled on WWF Raw is War.
oh really? You about
Yep.
Ray Phoenix?
No, the other guy.
Oh, the other guy. Okay, I was wondering where the other
Yeah.
guy came
Oh,
from.
the junior. You mean the son of you mean junior, not senior.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, got
His father wrestled
Right, that's a good one.
back in WWF. Back when they said they had Raw is War.
no. That was Dragon Lee. That was Dragon Lee, not Ray Phoenix.
No,
Ray
it
Phoenix took on El
wasn't Dragon
Fiscal.
Lee.
Dragon Lee took on El Hijo del Dr. Ragnar Jr.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there was two. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was two matches yesterday. Yeah, it was two
yeah, it
matches.
was two matches. Yep, it was two matches on Monday Night Raw. Yep. Ray Phoenix is the one who beat El Fiscal.
Yeah, I got Ray Phoenix going
WWE
against his
did
brother
little to
overall.
tell the honest who El Fiscal was, but the crowd was vested enough in Phoenix that they were hanging out on the action by the time the finish arrived. Um, After the match, Lyra Valkyrie cut another impassioned promo, this one on her opponent tonight, Sol Ruka. Her commitment to this new character has been nothing short of extraordinary. What do you think, Beasley?
I think that's the promo that I liked. The one when Becky came and helped her. I mean,
Yeah,
kept to
Lyra was
talk to her.
killing it, man.
Yeah,
Lyra was killing it.
she's
Like,
doing a whole
from
lot
beginning
more
to
than
end.
what she was doing before. Doing a whole lot
I
more than what she was
completely
doing
agree.
before.
I completely agree.
They're showing her character a lot more and stuff like that, which is dope. Which is dope.
Yeah,
And I think that it's
she's
gonna
really
be
killing it.
I think it's gonna be Penta versus his brother before they go against Roman. So
Ooh,
I'm picking Ray Phoenix versus Penta. on the last match.
You think Penta's gonna win, or is it gonna be Ray?
No, I don't know who's gonna win, but I think it's coming down to that.
Okay.
I think that's what's gonna come down to. You know what I'm saying? Because they was
Yeah.
what they was tag teams running everything together, right? And then
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix
Back
came
then.
over first before Penta did,
Yep.
right? Yeah, so I think it's
Yep.
gonna be a brother versus brother situation. I don't know who's gonna win that. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't know. I really don't know. But
Interesting.
this is the perfect time to put them back in the tag team division because or put them in the tag team
I
division
agree.
because they never been in it with on the WWE roster. So I think it's the perfect time to put them in the tag team division right now since Penta ain't doing nothing right now, or do it uh after the title match in Mexico. But I think I think they're on the sneak. They quiet as it's kept, starting to bring some solid tag teams around, and we not paying attention. They are bringing a
Mm.
little bit, bringing the tag team division up a little bit. They might not done a lot, but they're highlighting it like with that Shinsuke joint. Like, why would you bring Shinsuke back to the tag team division when the tag team division is dead? But then you bring his partner. You know what I'm saying? And now you see, we never seen Ray Phoenix and Penta together on the same screen on WWE yet, if I'm not mistaken, because they've been on separate shows. So now you actually gonna be able to get them and see them together again and stuff like that. It's like quiet as it's kept. I think they about to start pushing this tag team division again. I don't know when, but I think it's about to happen soon.
Mm.
Yeah, it's about to happen soon. It's about to happen soon. Because why would you bring, like I said, why would you bring Shinsuke back to join a tag team division that it has no nothing? But now you got the Tongas, they holding the crown up. Who gonna beat them? But now you see Shinsuke and them got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't even seen them yet together to even see if they even gonna be a match to them. But yeah, so
Yeah.
they got some stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? They got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I know.
They're heating up. The SmackDown the tag team division to me is doing way better still than Raw. If I'm just being honest. Um, but and with the inclusion of Shinsuke and his new tag team partner, which I think could be or could be not a stable. I could be wrong, but I heard something about them going after for a
I did
stable.
too.
Unless it's gonna be something about that happening, but I don't know. But if it's just a tag team partner, then yeah, it's definitely going to help it. I think you got Fraction on there, Fraction with Nathan Fraser and Axiom. They're killing it still. I think they're a great tag team. So yeah, they're killing it on SmackDown. I just don't know about Raw right now, if I'm being honest. But
But that,
each his
yeah,
own.
but that they be holding them. That them titles is about to be given up really soon. Because cats is tired
Yeah,
of
because
seeing
Braun
Austin
and
Reeves
Austin
and
gave up.
and Braun. Yeah, but that's been like that for the whole Raw division. They'll know every time
Yeah,
somebody get the titles, they don't do nothing with them. Do
nothing
nothing with them.
like literally. I can't remember the last time who was
I
the
rather
champions
I
of
rather
Monday
them
Night Raw that
just
was really like giving prestige.
I rather them just merge them. Well, I rather them just merge them, and then after they merge them, just you know what I'm saying, leave it at that. Like just take because the Raw division is not doing nothing with them titles. There ain't no need for them to be holding them.
Yeah,
I'd rather them merge them and get it out the way. One title, two shows. If you really want to go after it, it is what it is. Because they don't never put those titles on the
this
line.
point. At this point, yep.
They never put those titles on the line, bro. So waste your time.
Thanks. Big facts. Yeah. What else was I trying to see? So yeah, Soruka ended up defeating Valkyria.
5 star match.
And, yeah, great match, man.
Five
Great
star.
match. Oh my gosh, like
5 star. Valkyrie is a
Lyra
dog.
does not miss. Lyra does
Yeah,
not miss. You may not be a
Lyra's a
fan, but
dog.
even if you're not a fan of her character, she does not miss a match, bro.
Yeah,
Kills the
Lyra is a
match.
dog. She's a dog, bro. The way she hit her with
Yep.
that backward stunner on that
Oh my
off the
gosh.
rope joint, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Even Michael Cole went crazy on that. I was like, bro, that move was crazy. I was like, yo, this is nuts. This is nuts. She
yep.
cold, bro. She cold. She cold. You ain't gotta
Mhm.
like her character. The reason why I like her character is because she ain't got no makeup on. It shows who she is for real. Even though she probably don't act like that for real, but it really shows who she is with no makeup. That's who she is. It's dope. Like she cold, bro. She cold.
I actually like the idea of her not having makeup.
Yeah,
There's
she
something
cold,
natural
bro.
about that. I love that, man.
Yeah, she
I
cold,
think
man.
Lyra. I will say this just right quick. I will say Lyra to me is attractive. I don't think she's like crazy attractive. I think she's very attractive in her own way. Um, but yeah. So I don't think even without makeup, I don't think she was bad to me in my opinion. But I don't know. People make so different. Backstage, this was Brad Jacob fought too about doing what he could not be by delivering solo to the OTC. I'm not gonna hold you. Jimmy and Jay had me cracking up the whole solo
Oh,
Monday Raw,
they
bro.
was wild. They
They,
was wild.
Jimmy and
Especially
Jay were
Jay.
hilarious. They kept mocking Solo with the pew pew pew.
Especially
I was
Jay.
just like, I can't. Especially like, yeah, Jay was good.
Especially
Jay
Jay.
had me
Jay was
crying,
hilarious. Jay,
bro.
this Jay
Jay
is
was
so
having
funny
me
to me.
crying. I'm like, y'all were fools. Y'all were
Yeah, this
fools, bro.
Jay. This Jay
Y'all were
is so
fools.
funny, man. This Jay
Jay was
is so
like,
funny.
He went by the door, he held the door open. He's like,
Come on,
come on.
Jacob. Come on, Jacob.
Yo,
Come on, Jacob.
yo. I mean, if I had to say some MVPs for Monday Night Raw, give it to the Usos, please. Give it to the Usos. Give it to Jimmy and Jay, man. They killed it, bro. And then Jay, and then I like what Jay told Jacob. He's like, so who's the punk A now? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
dude.
But I
They're
but I
teasing them
gotta
having to
say,
go after.
but I gotta say,
Go ahead.
Jacob said it. Jacob said it. He's like, bro, you didn't do that jump by yourself. I put it down. I put Royce Keys down by myself. You didn't do that by yourself. Your brother helped, which was beautiful. But what was the beautiful thing about it
Mm.
was Roman Reigns acknowledged it though. He was like, yeah, both they called a play. It is what it is. They my people. So what you talking about? So when they gave him the hula
Did
follow,
you
whatever, I was like,
notice
yo, that's
though,
fire.
like, and this is how you know when you watch too many TV shows, like how certain camera angles are always. God pays attention to how camera angles are positioned on a wrestler or like lack thereof as far as them being a character. Did
Yeah.
you notice
Oh,
that
yeah.
in the main event segment with them being in the ring
Uh huh.
when Roman said, Jimmy J, you guys are now my captains and blah blah blah, and he gave him those black rule of follows.
Yeah.
Did you see how Jacob was looking?
Bro, I said that when I first got on the phone.
I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I already said that. He
he
wasn't a
looked
fan, just like they wasn't.
funny.
But it's the same thing that happened when they wasn't a fan when when Roman put the Hula follow on Jacob. The Usos weren't happy about that. Well, Jay wasn't.
Interesting.
I won't say the Usos. I'll say
Jay
Jay.
wasn't. Got
Jay
you.
wasn't.
Got you.
Yeah. So Jacob
I
was looking
got
at it.
you.
Jacob was looking at it
Interesting.
like, bro, what did they do to get the Hula follow? They had to help each other to get this guy. I put him down by myself.
Hmm.
And that's the reason why Jacob was doing so much extra with on solo and LA Knight. Because he was just like, oh, I still got to show Roman that I'm still that guy. Because Jacob still wants the other half of the table, the other side. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he keeps trying to do
Hmm.
so much stuff. That's what it looks like. It looked like he's still trying to overdo things. And Roman's telling him, like, yo, chill. Don't move unless I tell you to. Chill out, chill, chill. And that's why he really submitted. He was like,
Interesting.
all right, cool. See, if I don't do nothing, y'all gonna get beat up. If I do something, everything gets done. So it's definitely gonna be a conversation. It's definitely gonna be a conversation because he
But
watched Roman
the
get
Usos,
stumped out.
the Usos are twins, so it's almost like a package deal. You gotta you gotta understand it. So like Jacob, for instance, he's not a twin,
Right.
so he does everything on his own. Twins do everything together.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, we just got done seeing the past couple years main event Jay that didn't get no help from his brother.
Right. And Jacob has been coming at Jay a lot of times because he's like, yo, you the one keep complaining about what is that I'm doing, but what I be doing right for Roman on my own. He's like, I'm coming directly at you. The reason why he'll come at Jimmy is because Jimmy ain't put up to the up front like that. He's not put up to the front like that. You are. So that's why he keeps coming at Jay like, I'm gonna get at your punk ass, blah 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 blah. Like you ain't doing your part because he's like Roman tells me he gives me orders. I don't listen to you. I don't listen to Jimmy. I listen to him. But Jimmy is cool because Jimmy's not put up to the front or he's not put up to the front like that. You are. So to B's point, we get what you're saying, Larry, about them being a twin thing and them helping each other out. The point Jacob was trying to make is you still didn't do it on your own. You still need to
That's
rely on your brother. You didn't
yeah.
do it. You
That
didn't
was
do it solo.
Yep, that was the first thing he said. He was like, "Bro, you act like you did it by yourself. You ain't do it by yourself. You got help." Now I get it that he's the twin, but if Jay was still being pushed like main event Jay, Jimmy wasn't
Right.
there helping him at all. He was clearing that up by himself. He won the championship by
Right.
himself. He did all that stuff on his own. When he beat Gunther and all that, that was by
So
himself. He had no help. But now he had to get
Exactly.
help to put Solo in submission. That's what he's looking like. He's looking like man. And then when you think about it,
We
when
knew what
Roman
fucking was that.
told remember when Roman told Jay to go to the other show and get the other belt because he said there's two hands at the table. And then when Jimmy was gonna go, he said no. Some things
Mm,
Jay need to do on his own. And Jay didn't complete the objective to go get that title. And now he came back. And now he got his
mm,
brother side by side, but he still has not went over there and got that title like he was supposed to, and win all that stuff by himself like he was supposed to. So he's being looked at weird right now.
yeah.
That's why when Larry say to crash out Jay, he has to be that in order for him to be the other side of that table. Because if he's not that, he'll never be over Jacob ever
Mm-hmm.
until he's on the crash out. And right now he's on silly mode. So now he's back on the Uso joint, that dancing around doing all the silly stuff. I'm
yeah,
like, cool, but now you look weak.
that's
You look
that's
weak.
exactly why, bro. That's exactly why I didn't want them to keep the Usos together. Like you
Yeah,
could
you
have
look weak.
brought back in the bloodline as main event Jay. You could have brought Jimmy back in, like how he was when he was solo.
Mm.
You did not have to bring them back in as the Usos. Like
That's true.
to me, bro, I don't even like the new entrance.
Yeah, there was too.
If
You
you
know
doing the
what?
Usos, I like the old one better.
I agree. I think it's because Jay is so over that now you have no other choice but to make that man Uso be their theme. With that said, I noticed so many times when listening to that theme song that I'm like, bruh, how many times Jimmy and Jay, you know I got love for the Usos, but how many times does Jimmy and Jay have to do background like vocals? Because they kept saying so many ad-libs throughout the day on track. I'm like, bruh, I get it. Like you ain't gotta say that many background vocals for a track. So I mean, it's a thing regardless. I mean, it's me just nitpicking. But my point is, I thought to Larry's point, I feel like it was a bit much, and now it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
Jay's sound way
as
better.
cohesive.
Everybody like Jay's.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
Jay's
Jay's
good.
on his own and it's just Jay's, yeah, it's fine. But now they got to where it's Jimmy ad libbing, Jay ad libbing, and they both ad libbing at the same time. I'm just like, all right, y'all annoying me. Like it's a big clash. It's clashing over the overall track. I don't like it, but yeah, I agree. I don't like it at all.
They should have kept their old one.
Yeah, the old one to me is fire. That we've been down since day one. That to me, that's the best one. That's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just like Larry said. Because at first, like I was cool with the Usos coming back together because I'm looking at the tag team division, even though they don't got nothing to prove and things like that. Becky Lynch ain't got nothing to prove, but yet she's still coming back to put people over. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, if y'all using them to put people over, that's cool. But if y'all using them just to have them around and that's it, then make them solo for real. Make them literally their own thing and they can do everything on their own. Because I get the twin stuff, but I think that was the reason why Jade split in the first place. He was like, bro, I'm so highlighted under the Usos. I need to show them that I could do something by myself. But now since you did something by yourself, it seems like now after you're done with that, they're submitting you back to doing things as a team and not by yourself. And it's like, ah, shoot. And Jacob is making that and showing them like, bro, you keep doing all of this, but you keep losing, or you keep not
Mm,
committing stuff without your brother.
That's that's
So you're not main event no
that's
more.
right.
bro. That's why I said. Like I know everybody like Jimmy, but I'm like
All
you
right, you
have
have a
to
good one.
separate Jimmy from them. You have to take Jimmy away. To have a good day, you have to take Jimmy away. Now that serious, all of our business, Jay. Jimmy can't be around because when Jimmy's around, Jay's all silly and trying to you know what I mean, play around.
So you so you pretty much saying that Jay can't be serious if Jimmy's there at all?
It's looking like it.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's when Roman sent Jay to go get the belt on SmackDown. Jay should have never came back till he got it.
Mm.
He should have just been a member on SmackDown and stayed over there, called ruckus and all that stuff, and being all entitled. Whoever got the belt just cause havoc
That's a
because
good
I need to
point.
bring my
That's a
belt back.
good point.
My
That's a really
job
good
is to
point.
bring that belt back. So he should have never came back. Because
That's
after,
why I said
yeah,
they
I feel what
cheated
you're saying
Jay
now.
with the whole king of the ring thing.
I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying now. If they was gonna do this with Jay, they should have kept Jay over there. They should have kept him over there. Like if CM Punk got the belt, oh well, I'm interrupting everything. I'm causing chaos and havoc. And they like, bro, why are you here? And, bro, I was sent over here by the head of the table to come and get the belt. So I'm here to come and get it. So whoever got it, I'm coming to get it. But after they made storylines for CM Punk to do other things with other people after the King of the Ring joint, Jay just
Bro,
went back to Raw and just was like, all right, well forget it.
bro,
I think the
bro,
issue
that's
was
this
I
is
think
what
what
this is
they
why I
have.
want Kevin Owens to win the title from CM Punk. That way you can have Jay and Kevin Owens going to get to finish up
You
that
you
story.
do
Cause
you got Kevin Owens winning next week? Because that's when they
Mm.
yeah,
fight.
yeah, I got Kevin Owens winning.
So okay, so CM Punk is gonna have a
Hold
short
on.
reign.
I thought they was fighting that Money in the Bank.
No, they fight next Friday on
Oh
SmackDown,
yeah, yeah.
or is
I
it
got
this
Kevin
Friday?
Owens winning.
Hold
I
on,
got
is it
Kevin
this
Owens
Friday?
winning.
It's in Toronto. I know that. Wherever it's
I
at, wherever
definitely got Kevin
SmackDown is
Owens
at,
winning.
SmackDown in Toronto is one of these things. So you got okay. So you got KO win. So how long has CM Punk had the belt? I like this. This is the reason why I'm saying this is because if CM Punk can win the belt when he won it, win it, but then lose immediately, I like this because now they have opportunities for a lot of people to get the belt. So it's not no long reigning people except for Roman and things like that. So I like this.
Mm.
That's why I'm not mad at that because that's how the WWE used to be. People used to lose the belt left and right all the time. Not just one person holding it for years. It was people losing
For
it all the
sure,
time
you
unless the
for sure,
storyline made sense.
1000%.
Yeah,
But I
that's why
think
So
go
I'm
ahead,
not
go ahead,
mad
bro.
at that. I'm not mad at Kevin
I
wins.
have Kevin Owens beat beating CM Punk. Then I have them doing the rematch at Money in the Bank. But I have Jay winning the Money in the Bank briefcase case, then cashing in on Kevin Owens.
Oh, I like that, but I like that, but
Then you can have Jay versus Sammy at the next pay per view.
I like what you're saying, but I
Mm.
think I like what you're saying, but I think with Jacob wanting to win that other side of the table so much, I could see Jacob going after that title and completing it before Jay if they don't get Jimmy out the way. Because we see that Jacob is when Jacob is told to go do something, it gets done. But when Jay is told to do something, if Jimmy's in the way, it don't get done. Like we just said that.
I
So I'm
think
saying after we just seen Jimmy and Jay try to get solo and it didn't work, I think because like Josiah said, after we seen they get the black hula followers and we seen how Jacob responded to that, he feels that he's a
mhm.
step back for Jay. So he has to do something that Jay did not do to make Roman look more
Mm.
at him. So it's a battle in the family for that actual other side of the table. So
Which
I
is
could
so
see
crazy, by the
Jacob.
way.
I love it. I could see
Me
Jay.
too. I agree.
I could see Jacob going over there and either beating Punk or Kevin instead of Jay and throwing it in Jay's face. Because you see how Jay's throwing that in his face. Jay's throwing in his face like, yo, Roman told you to go over there and put some solo in submission. You didn't do it. So we just we just had to deal with it. But now Jacob could be like, bro, Roman told you to go over there and get the belt. You didn't do it. So I went over there and brought the gold back. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm.
it's an inside family battle. So either way, it's up. It's up. I think Jacob is going to be the one to go over there and get that belt
Mm.
because now he has to one up Jay because right now Jay and Jimmy is one up because they did
This
what
is
Jacob couldn't do.
yo, you are crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They did what Jacob couldn't do. So if
Yeah,
they did what
that,
Jacob
that
couldn't
that
do,
makes total sense.
now
That makes
Jacob got to
total
go
sense.
do. Now Jacob got to go do something that Jimmy didn't do. I mean that Jay didn't do.
That makes
They
total
got to go do it. How you
that
doing?
makes total sense. And to BZ's point, I think it's a matter of like this is your alternative of what you could do now, given that this may be the main reason why they're not pushing Jay to be a top quite yet. Again, like that, I could be wrong.
Mm,
To BZ's point, I do think, even to Larry's point as well, I do think the WWE should have made it clear that when Roman said, "Okay, you're going in for that King of the Ring, we met the child to the family, blah blah blah." I think what Roman also could have had done, if WWE would have had like went back forward, went backwards just a little bit.
mm,
What they could have also done would go, and even if you don't win that tournament, you don't come back to where I'm at with
yep. Until
Jimmy
you
and
get it done.
Jacob until you get it done. And I don't care if you win this tournament. You better bring that world title to the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, and I would have Roman even go a little further. If you want to win that world title by the end of this year, like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna put him through an ultimatum. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? They make us go like, dang, Jay, come on, you gotta do it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been a scenario they could have went there. But to be the point, if you want to further it up and some things a little bit furthermore, Jacob doing it to prove a point,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful is
That's
beautiful work.
beautiful. That's
Because
beautiful work.
now
Cause
it's
then,
telling
cause then he'll get
Jay
acknowledged. Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
DZ half five, bro.
Yeah.
Half five. You killed it.
So then Jay will have to turn into what Larry said. He will have to turn into
Crash
Crash
out
Jay.
Jay.
Because if he's not Crash Jay,
See
he's not
that.
better than Jacob.
The
He
the
has to.
Jay Uso that's serious. The Jay Uso that's
Yep.
like whenever, whatever. Let's get
Yep.
popping. Let's get going.
We got to
We
get to
need
that.
that.
He got to get to that.
We
Because
need that back.
if he don't get to that, he will not be the other end of the table. He will not be the other end. That means
No.
that Jimmy got to get out the way, like you said, like Larry said. Jimmy got to get out the way, or even if he don't get out the way,
Okay.
even if he don't get out the
I
way, he should put an ultimatum on Jimmy.
I
He's like, bro,
I'll
I
go a
need
little
all
further.
gold here. I need all gold
I'll
here.
go a little further. Whatever it takes, Jay having to beat Jacob for the world title.
Nah, I like that. Or vice
Yeah.
versa. Or go Larry route and give Jay it, and then Jacob beat him.
Either way, fine by me.
Yeah, fine by me. Yeah, but that's inside family business. That's inside family problems. But at the same time, if they're fighting for the head of the table, the other side, I'm not mad at it. Fight it out.
Mm-mm.
I'm not mad at
Let's
it.
go.
But I think that if they do that, I think that should spark Jimmy to make Jimmy look like, man, they doing everything and I'm not doing nothing. Maybe I should do something and or make him do something. You know what I'm saying? Because right now,
Yep.
I don't know. Because if this bloodline thing is lining up like it should, or like it's supposed to, I would have Naomi show back up and be with them too, and her go after the title, and she bring the title to the bloodline when she come back.
Mm.
Yeah, so you can proceed with caution with that and have her over there. You know what I'm saying? So because when you look at because the Judgment Day is collecting the gold, even though we don't like them, they're collecting the gold though. They got 3 belts over
They are. They are.
there. You know what I'm
Um.
saying? So, bro.
Yeah. However they want to go about it, bro. I'm all fine for it. At the end of the day, make it make sense. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. And at the very least, you know what I'm saying, let pay it for it because you can tell they still have fun as a family and still killing it, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
as the
fight for that
bloodline.
first.
It's just I'm
Yeah,
always
they
looking forward to seeing, you know, some maturation happening within everybody. So
yeah,
yeah,
they
we'll see,
fighting for
man. Uh,
they fighting for that other spot, man. They fight for the other spot,
exactly.
and I think that's why Jacob was looking at him like that. 'Cause he like, dang man, I was, because you see every time Roman come out, he's standing there. He's with Roman, so he feel that he's the second person. When a Roman is out there, they're not acknowledging him, but acknowledging the cousins. He's like, bro, Roman's overlooking me. He's like, bro, I got to do something. So then when Solo,
Yeah.
he took out Solo. Roman didn't tell him to do that, and that's why he told him, he was like, yo, stop. And then when he went after L.A., he told him to stop again. It's like, bro, what did you doing? Like, you tripping? But he's trying to show Roman, like, bro, no, you picking the wrong dude. It should be me. It should be me, not James. So yeah,
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have to branch off and do something that Jake didn't do, which is bring the gold to the house. And man, I love Jacob versus Kevin Owens. I love Jacob versus CM Punk.
Oh,
I love both of
oh,
them. Take my
yes.
money.
Sign me
Take my
up.
money. Take
Sign
my
me
money.
up. Yep,
And
take my money.
I
It's
like
all
I
good.
like
Pay for it.
I like
Whatever.
Jay too. I like Jay for both too, but it has to be Crash Out.
Yeah.
If it ain't Crash Out, I'm like no. I want Crash Out.
I
I
think
want Crash Out too.
Jay. I think Jay needs. Well, WWE needs to do a better job with Jay in order for him to be legit. Which by the way, is not to say that he's not already legit.
Oh,
But I'm saying to
he got a
build
wrestling
forth
tour. My
his
boy over.
legitimacy to be a contender for being a world champion again, they really need to make sure that it's keeping him solo for the most part, dolo, and not no tag team with his brother, like from time to time. More so, it just being strictly Jay and Jay building up momentum to where he's winning these matches like left and right, like how they did Becky Lynch when she was like doing the whole being everybody before she gets to the women's world title, only for Sean Flair to kind of like get in between that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't do it with Jay, obviously. You do it differently. You just have Jay being everybody left and right, singles match, 1-on-1, 1, 2, 3. He beats everybody. And then you get to the world title picture, and yeah, he can be a viable threat to win that belt because he's been building momentum. You see what I'm saying? I
Yep.
think because he hasn't been building momentum, it doesn't come across like you believe he can win.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So like they need to they need to rebook Jay a lot better in that regard. But
That man got a
we'll
he
see
got a
what they got planned.
he got a wrestling tour. He's all the way over now. Like when I seen the MVP tour, I said, "Oh yeah, you can't tell Jay nothing. You can't tell Jay nothing. Nobody can say anything bad about Jay. He has a wrestling tour, bro. Yeah, Yeats. Come on, man. He got a wrestling tour that Yeats,
Oh,
bro.
they eat them meat toys, yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, no, this dude is over and out, bro.
Oh yeah, it's
Good
so
lord. I said, man, what? He got a wrestling tour, and
yeah.
then it's even crazier. Is in if I don't know if y'all seen it, but to tell my story, what you call it was eating the whole show, the whole story. He was like, yo, why I keep eating? Why I keep eating? And then he changed the eat, and he was like, Europe, and he was going up. He was doing the opposite of what Jake, not what Jake was doing, bro. That interview was so cold, but that's all he was doing. He had
The
Stephanie McMahon and
crazy
him doing the
part
eat
about it,
backwards.
the crazy part about what you're saying though is like Jay gets all the credit for the yeet. It was Jimmy that was doing that like first. It's crazy that he took what his brother did and paid it for him. You know what I'm saying, for him. You know what I'm saying, all the while. So I ain't mad at that. But
Jimmy is all about Jay for real, for real. He's really all
yeah,
about Jay.
he's like, bro, my
I don't
brother's
care
winning,
about
I'm
none of
winning.
that.
That's all it goes.
Yeah,
I don't care. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then
So at the end of the day, he's world champion. I'm world champion. So it's like, hey,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
And by the way, salute to Jay salute to Jimmy for feeling that way. Like that's true. That's true. Because symbolically, at the end of the day, y'all
that's
both
the
win.
twin. That's the twin part that I feel. That's what that is. I think that's
Yeah,
the
man,
twin
that's
part.
beautiful.
That's the twin part.
That's
If I
beautiful.
win, my brother wins. But then I look at it as all of them, like the historic situation when you had Solo in the ring with Jay, Jimmy, Roman, all of them is in the ring. All cousins and stuff is in the ring together yesterday. Bro, that's crazy when you think about it. They make it
Yeah.
serious money, and you know how much money you know how much money, more money. Roman Reigns just made Solo another million. Just be like, bro, you're not a part of the bloodline, but we just tied you in, so now you're about to get the same amount. Just
Mm.
like that, just
Mm.
like that, bro. And LA Knight is
You
reaping
know,
the
I think
benefits, and LA Knight is reaping the benefits by not even being a part of the family, but still
that
being a
family
part of the biggest
good,
story.
bro.
But still being a part of the
That
biggest
family
story, bro.
good.
That's lit. That's lit.
Oh, 100%.
That's lit.
I think
That's lit.
at this point it's an automatic given. Once you are a part of the bloodline, it's an automatic given. You will forever be considered a star. It's like it's like this is going. We always say it's not the ad. We always say the WWE has kind of surpassed the Attitude Era, but to me, the bloodline is kind of like the new Attitude Era. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when you think about how the Attitude Era was, we had Rock, you had Austin, you had DX, you had the Mick Foley, the three faces of Mick Foley. You had all of this stuff happen with all these different guys, and notice how when people were surrounding by them, they were far more over just by being around them and their presence.
Yep.
To me, the bloodline are the new Attitude Era aspect of like once you're a part of our story, it don't matter who you are. You could be on top, you could be on the low, you could be on the lowest, whatever tier of wrestling, Nick or whatever. Cool. But if you're a part of the storyline, you're gonna be a part of the storyline regardless of what. Even if you're a small part of it, you're still here.
Yep.
So in a way, LA Knight he's winning.
He's benefiting. He's benefiting. He's benefiting.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be benefiting.
He's benefiting.
Right, where he comes out as being world champion or not, I don't know. But one
and they
thing
probably will. I think Roman and him was probably setting him up for that. Roman and him was probably setting him up.
He will.
He's gonna win.
I don't think he's going to be a long-term world champion. If I'm just being honest.
I don't think nobody is no more. Roman is the last person that's going to be that, especially if Punk loses next week. If Punk loses next week, the WWE is proven that everybody's not doing that long-term stuff no more. That's it.
At the very least, I don't mind 6 to 8 months of you being world champion.
I ain't giving you that. 2 or 3 is long enough for me. I ain't giving you 6 because that's when Javon Evans will have a way better shot. He have a way better shot. The younger people have a way better shot.
Kobe Kim's got 6 months.
Did he have 6? But I think but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so as long as the storylines make sense, but like I said, like I don't have a problem with Kevin getting it, and then a couple weeks later, Sammy beat him, and then a couple weeks later, such and such beat. That's how it used to be. I thought it used to be exciting.
At the very least, when you're watching, just make it interesting. That's all I'm looking for.
That's
like,
what it used to be.
Within you being champion. Like Steve Austin didn't have the people forget. Some of Steve Austin had multiple world title runs, but he didn't have like a long title run. Does that make sense? Like
that's what I'm saying. You'll never get the Roman Reigns. I mean, you'll never get the what's my boy Randy Orton or the Ric Flair and all them. You'll never be able to say 16 times if people's only carrying it for a year. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all gotta break that. They gotta break that because if everybody keeps holding them for years and years and years, then nobody's going to ever be able to get the opportunity to say 10 times, 11 times, 12 times if everybody keep holding them for the longest. I'm like, no, you got to hold them for like 3 months and then lose it and then try to come back and get it again. So you can be like, I'm a 2-time, I'm a 6-time.
Stanley was only world champion for 9 days.
but he's a champ. So now he can come back and get another one. Like, yo,
you still got that in your record book, bro. You did it. You finally did it. You finally did, though.
I think the long range is more important, but at the same time, the multiple is a win as well. Because that gives everybody the opportunity.
If I'm completely being honest, I love the multiple more so than I like the long range one.
I agree. Unless you somebody like Roman that creates stories.
You create stories and you're able to. Because one thing I love about when they do it multiple times is each and every time you're doing it multiple times, your character tends to evolve over time as well, right? I don't think Roman, even when Roman was, I'm just being honest, when Roman was big dog and he was a champion around that time, I always felt like they were giving him the belt and he was holding down the reign, but his reigns were always getting cut short a little too close all the time. I was like, what? Why is he not champion still? Like I'm like, he should be champion some more. Like give him some more months. Boom, boom. And it didn't. And I think that's what helped build up to the whole Charles Chief, gimmick. And once he got around to that, is when it was like, okay, now we can give him the longest reign because it's going to tell multiple different stories. But this time we're keeping him at the forefront to prove a point, basically.
Yeah. How long did Trick Williams have his belt?
What do you think they did it that way? Just out of curiosity.
That's what I'm trying to find out. How long did Trick Williams have his? How long was his reign?
How long was Roman's run?
No, Trick Williams.
Oh, is you a champion?
Yeah. Same thing with Penta. Because I'm looking at
Oh,
the I'm
shoot.
looking
He
at the
won it back in
I'm looking at the
April.
length. So that's May, June, July, August. He only had it for four
He
months.
lost it in August.
That's what I'm saying. He had it
4
for four
months.
months, but that run was so cold. People remember it.
Yeah, good run. Good
You know
run.
what I'm
Yep.
saying? Penta's the same way. The run was so cold, people remember it. But now they know they like, all right, so now they can go after the bigger joint, or they can go back and get the same one. You know what I'm saying? And if you get it,
Yeah.
it feel like Trick had it for like a year, but he didn't. That's what I'm saying. If you make it feel like a long range, if you make it feel like a long range, it's better than actually having it for a long range. If you can make it
Mm.
feel like it was, because if they made it feel like a long range, like that Trick Williams, it felt like a long time. For it to only be 4 months is crazy, because it felt longer than 4 months. But he did so much within that 4 months,
I completely agree.
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Outside of that, I'm like, bro, when you look at the when you got it, you just make that memorable. So when you do lose it, people remember when you had it. Like right now, the Vision got it right now. I don't nobody know what they doing. People don't even know who they got it because nobody cares. Brown Breaker is focused
Yeah.
on something totally different. He don't care about that junk.
And speaking of Braun Breaker, him and Obafemi, listen to me. And listen to me good. That feud alone is one of the families. It's not even close. I, I'm loving it because the whole purpose is, or at the very least, where I believe the storyline is about who in the WWE between Obafemi and Braun Breaker, or Braun Breaker and Obafemi, how you want to look at it, is really the future mega star, main event caliber, however you want to look at it, headlining at for the next 10, 15, 20 plus years. Is it Braun or is it Oba? Who really is the future of WWE to stake a claim at being the top dog, the top of the food chain, however you want to look at it, right?
That's a good question that I don't
They
have an answer
both
to.
Me neither. Me neither. As I'm asking this question, I'm like, bro, I don't
Hmm.
even know. Like, I'm like, do you go with Oba? I can see a case for Oba. I can see a case for Braun. And then maybe there might be a case for somebody else. I don't know. Maybe Trick Williams might take that spot. I can honestly see. Listen. I can really buy into Trick actually being that guy. I really can, because he still is over.
I could do Javon
Um,
Evans too. I could do Javon Evans too.
yeah, yeah, Javon Evans. The only thing I think with Javon that I'm kind of like just a little concerned about is his style of wrestling. That's the only thing I'm concerned about because we know that style of wrestling tends to get people, from time to time injured a lot. So as
Yeah,
long
that's
as he's
true.
able to maintain, being okay with maintaining that style, then yeah, I can see a case for him as well. But really, he'll just be a top star regardless. Like, he's already a top star as it is.
Right.
Um, so, but
Yeah, but
what do you make of that
listen.
promo segment, man?
Well, yeah, it was dope. I think Paul Heyman did a heck of a
It
job,
was.
but I think Paul Heyman got caught up when he went to go shake Ron over his hand, and Ron turned around and seen that. When all he was saying was good luck, but Ron turned around and seen it because he only shook Ron Breaker's hand in the ring. That was it. So when Ron Breaker turned around,
Mm,
he seen him shake hands with Over. It was almost like a setup. Like, bro,
mm.
hold up, what you doing? He was looking at him. He was like, bro, what you doing? When all Paul was doing was like, yo, good luck. That's all he was saying was good luck. This is good business. That's why Paul got out. He was like, bro, I'm a businessman. Good business. I don't care about none of that. I don't care what you want. I'm a businessman, bro. I'm a businessman. Paul smart.
Yo,
Paul smart.
this might be the most
I ain't picking no
interesting
sides.
position they put Paul Heyman in, bro.
Yeah, he said I'm a businessman. That man came out there and was like, bro,
I
I'm a
love it.
businessman. He's like, that's how you take care of
I
business.
love it.
I ain't picking no
Because Paul
sides
was like saying, I have no allegiance to nobody.
to
I don't,
nobody.
like, Paul was essentially a free agent. Like, he's like,
Yeah,
bruh, listen,
yeah.
listen.
But
Ron, I was with
he is gonna
nobody.
latch up to whoever win though. I tell you that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah,
Whoever win, he chilling with
exactly.
them.
Plus, he knows this man beat one of his top priorities in the business of pro wrestling. He just
Okay,
beat him
yeah.
in a Hell in a Cell match. So why
Yep,
would
have
he
a good
not
one.
have some form of like respect for Oba? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But he's doing it on purpose to remind Braun, like, bro. Listen,
Yeah,
you got some competition, bro.
you got
And if you
yeah,
ain't trying to cash in your chips or do
yeah,
put in a risk for anything,
yeah,
he
bro.
gonna take it. He gonna take it. He's going to take it.
Yeah,
Obafemi ain't playing, bro. He's
yeah,
going to take it. And
yeah,
you, even though I've said yes, what I said yes, and yes, granted, Paul did say 5 years. You make WrestleMania main eventer. You
yep.
could be multiple world champion.
He
He
said
did
it.
say that.
Yep, he said it.
He said it. But you've been looking kind of suspicious now, though. Like, no, let's be real. Like, you in the Austin Theory and the Vision and Maxine Dupree, y'all having y'all little WWE stuff. I mean, I see what y'all doing, but I'm not that impressed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I love this Paul Heyman. I love this version of
you
Paul
not
Heyman.
crash
I
out. You
love it.
not crash out, Jay. You not crash out. You over here tagging
Yeah,
up with Austin Theory and him, and y'all just over here not doing nothing. I'm not impressed.
y'all
That's what he's
lollygagging.
saying. He said I'm
You
not impressed.
lollygagging.
Yeah, when Brock
And
get
on top
crazy,
of
he
that, you
get
lost to
crazy.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Why would I still want to be around you?
yeah. Well, I mean, true.
You
Steph
supposed
is
to, you're
Steph is
supposed
the
to
second goat.
surpass Seth Rollins. Why are you still like? Why are you not? Like, why haven't you done? Why haven't you handled your business, bro?
Yeah, since you lost to Steph, you have not done anything but beat up
Nothing.
on Otis and all the other little people. You haven't done anything.
And you think that impresses me?
Mm-mm. So now so after going up, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't pick a winner with that because I don't think Finley about to just walk over Brown Breaker. That's crazy. That will
Oh,
not
heck
happen.
no.
That will not
Heck
happen.
no.
He gonna
Heck
have more. He gonna have more of a problem what he did with what he did with Brock. I tell you that. This ain't gonna be no Brock Lesnar because
I
Brown
will say
Breaker is
this
Brock
though.
2.0,
I
bro.
love Braun's arrogance though. I love Braun's arrogance.
As he should, bro. That dude is different.
He should
That
be
cat is
arrogant.
different.
He should be. Yes. He should be like, you
As
really
he
really think
should.
Overfemi is above me?
Yeah,
I
like
love
come on,
it.
bro. Like you know who I am, bro.
I
What?
love it.
Yeah, I'm Braun Breaker, bro. Braun Breaker is
I
like
love
that. Like
it.
Obafemi is like that. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
He is like that. But Braun
Come
Breaker is, man,
on.
come on, bro. Quit playing with me, bro. Quit
Yeah.
playing with me.
Listen, I love Overfemi.
I
I'm
could
a
see
fan
if
of
it was
Overfemi.
Austin
But
Theory or if it was Logan Paul or somebody saying that's a over. I'm like, okay, get out the way. But you're talking about Braun
yes.
Breaker. Like, no, dude, you're not about to just walk over Braun Breaker. You're crazy. You think
Mm-mm.
you're gonna walk over Braun
Mm-mm.
Breaker? You better stop highlighting the fact that you beat Brock Lesnar because that don't matter because Cody beat him. So you can stop that, bro. You better find something else. Cause I'm different. I'm different, bro. I'm different. Don't do that. Don't put me in there with him. Don't put me in there with the
This
same
is the
level of Brock
same
Lesnar.
guy who beat down Roman Reigns with Bronson Reed.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
Bronson Reed took Roman Jordan off of his feet.
Yeah, come on,
You
bro.
took the man's shoes off of his feet. You saw that happen in front of you.
They
This
was
man's been
beating him
surrounded by
weekly,
freaking
bro.
gangsters, bro.
They was beating him
What?
weekly. They was dogging Roman weekly, dog.
Yes.
You can get the same treatment.
Spearing him, putting him down every time.
You can get the same treatment, brother. You can get the same
Yes.
treatment. You might want
I
to
don't
chill
think just
out.
because he been lying, yeah, he can't come around come on, bro.
Yeah, he might want to reconsider.
Brock can get
Not
business, bro.
reconsider, not reconsider, but don't think that this about to be no Brock Lesnar walk. Like no, Brock Lesnar did his thing. Don't get it twisted, but he was on his last leg. He older. Ron Breaker ain't older, bro. All the energy you bring in, he bringing that same and some. Now what? I'm like, bro, that is different.
That's the
It's gonna be
same dude who
different.
freaking speared ISO speed and
Yeah, and almost
literally
broke his
destroyed
world.
him. That this man.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
Like, come on.
don't think, don't get it, don't get it. Don't let them fans overhype you, bro. Don't let them fans overhype you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them fans overhype you. That's why I'm like, man, my hands is up on this one because I'm a fan of Braun. I'm a fan of a big fan of Braun Breaker. I'm a big fan of Braun
Big,
Breaker.
oh, heck yeah.
I'm a huge fan of
Heck yeah.
Braun Breaker. All right, bro. That's
I've been a
him and
fan of his for
Oba.
years,
That is
but
money.
then Mayweather made me a bigger fan of his work. I was like, yeah,
Him
big
and
fan of his.
man, him and Oba is money. Oh, that is money generator. That is money generator. Yeesh,
Mm-hmm.
man. I don't know. I don't know who gonna win that. I don't know. I can't call
Paul's
that one.
line, you take one step closer to Obafemi, you take a permanent step away from me.
From me,
That was
yeah,
a heck of a line. That's
yeah.
so much weight in that line. What do you think he meant when he said it? Like, I mean, we
Mhm.
can clearly understand what he meant. But like there's like I feel like there's like maybe two or three meanings that he was saying in that one. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. When he said that, I mean, I already feel that Paul Heyman ain't a part of the vision like that no more anyway. And I think he still was Braun Breaker's guy because that's how I felt the whole entire time. Braun Breaker was always his guy. But from a business standpoint, he's like, bro, don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Like you look at it from an agent standpoint, like Braun, like Paul Heyman, you can say is Braun Breaker's agent, and they set up fights for you, like when it comes to boxing and stuff like that. So you don't just go out there barking and doing stupid stuff to cause yourself to get suspended or things like that. Things got to work in decency and in order, and they got to make sense money wise. And that's what he's like,
Yes.
bro. This is business. It's like this is business. This ain't just no regular street fight. Don't just try to pop up and do whatever you want to do. Set this up to generate money, to take care of your children's children with this. Don't just be fighting him just cause. Fight him for a reason. Set it up so even if you do lose, it's a match so big you still bring in so much money. It don't matter if you lost. But if you just randomly fighting them during the week, that ain't no money, bro. You ain't doing nothing. You're not thinking. So Paul Heyman is thinking long
Mm,
term. Like, bro,
yeah.
we all can get paid off of this, bro. Chill out. Just wait your turn. And when your turn comes, cash in. But you doing all this extra stuff, you gotta Braun Breaker. He's trying to get Braun Breaker to function like Roman. We don't come outside all the time, bro. We don't come outside all the time. We only come outside when it counts and when there's money down.
And you know what's interesting about it? But before Paul even fully got with Roman, he saw the things Roman had to go through with Rock. He saw it.
Yeah,
He saw it. He literally, and he even told him about the whole bloodline. He mentioned bloodline to Roman way before the bloodline ever existed in full, like, totality. But he told him, he said, I know your thing had came up, and it just took Roman having to go through the gridiron within the WWE for a few years before Paul could go, let's do business with one another, and let me help you, right? So,
the
and I
business
think
side, bro.
eventually that turned Roman Reigns into just we know what Roman has
Exactly.
become overall.
And it's
But
the
the
business.
point Paul is saying is, Brian, you have that potential and you have it within you. I know you do. But the problem is you make me think like you may not. I don't care about your family name. I don't care about all this somebody say. I'm just telling you what I've seen has been recently done with Overfemi. Overfemi, again, went against my beast and Brock Lesnar. You lost against Seth Rollins. Then you bounce back with a tag team. But you're doing this tag team gig, and it's almost like you're selling for a side gig. You're not even selling for the full course meal.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or the expensive restaurant. You're going to a fast restaurant, bro. You want to eat burgers and fries, right?
yeah,
He's like, nah, you need to be eating steak and lobster
yeah.
every single time. And that's the problem. But the problem is you're not doing it. So until I can really see you doing that, Obafemi may have you beat.
But that's because over Femi is a special attraction. You don't see him all the time.
Right now, which is crazy when you think about that. You don't become a special attraction like that. That's not no overnight. That's not no easy overnight thing to do though. That's
But they,
crazy.
but the reason why he did that is because they pushed him as Brock Lesnar. That's the only reason why he's
They
able to do that.
did.
If they didn't push him as
They
Brock
did.
Lesnar, he'll be on TV as much as he was on NXT. They're pushing him like that on purpose. That's why
I
I
mean, he can
honestly
still
think,
get those over chance, but not to this level.
no, we
Not to
ain't
this
talking about
level.
over chance. We ain't even talking about over chance. We just talking about in general. NXT, Over Femi was on there all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
he's what Braun Breaker is doing right now. You're on there all the time, just beating up low people, big people, whatever, just cause. Brock Lesnar, on the other hand, he was only outside when the money was on the table. That's why when
Mm-hmm.
I'm slightly edging the face of the company would be Braun Breaker. It's because Braun Breaker isn't pushed like Brock Lesnar. Since he's not pushed like Brock Lesnar, he'll be on TV more than over. That's why
I
I'm
get that.
because Brock Lesnar only the same thing with Oba said yesterday. He said, bro, if people got problems, they come to me and I deal with the issues. But if they ain't nobody got no problem, I don't need to see Oba. Oba only come outside when there's problems. If there ain't no problems, he don't need to be there. Brown Breaker is like, bro, I'm outside all the time. It don't matter. That's what gives you the Seth Rollins feel. That's what gives you the Roman Reigns feel when it's necessary. Obafemi comes out when the match is like, yo, Hell in a Cell, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. No way,
So they're not
Brock
focusing
Lesnar
on the
versus da da
same
da da.
on the breath of Undertaker then.
Yeah, which is every now and then we don't highlight you to be there every week. That's what brings money in. When we know Obafemi is on TV, there's money. If he's not on TV, there's no money. That's what we're saying. What's up, bro? Yeah, when he's on TV, it's like there's no money. That's what it is. That's the push that Roman gets right now, but it's not the same push that Oba gets. I mean, not the same push that Brock was doing because Brock was literally only outside on certain situations. He wasn't there every week.
Hmm.
But I don't see Braun Breaker taking days off. That's why I liked his storyline with Seth Rollins because that's him. As far as a person who's not going to take days off. You know
Interesting.
what I'm saying? But when you go to Brock Lesnar's not on there all the time. He might be only on there for pay-per-views to sell the tickets.
And by the way, Brock has already come out publicly and said that he is fully retired now.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
he
not
gone.
he's
It's
not
on
coming.
ESPN and everything. Yeah, he
So yeah,
done.
he's cool. And his career's been great. So next thing they're gonna do for Brock is probably just induct him into the Hall of Fame for next year. And if he goes there, he goes. But I don't know.
But the way he
I've heard
said,
him
the way
disclose that
he
he doesn't
said,
care about the Hall of Fame.
oh, he's first ballot. There ain't no way that they not putting him in. Come on. They still
He
that's
gotta be. No,
but when him
I do
saying
agree.
now I'm thinking when him saying the past and the future what? The future of the WWE or the future of Brock Lesnar? That's the question.
Mm.
Because people can take that out of context. Because yeah, granted he was the future of the WWE. The president of WWE,
Well,
but he was
they
never
call him the future.
but he was Brock was never the face. So what is he saying? Because Brock said I'm the past, and he
I
said
think
he's
they
the
were
future,
trying to highlight that who
but he
was
was never
going to
the
be the
face.
next big thing, like after Brock. Like he's going to be like the future after Brock. But and yes, you're correct. Brock was never the face, but perhaps
Ever.
maybe what they're saying they're going to probably book him similar. How can I say this? Similar. How can I say words? Similarly or literally to Brock Lesnar's push. I don't know how far they want to go with that, but I think you hit the nail right on the top. I think they want to treat Olafemi more like a special attraction, whereas Braun Breaker is more like the consistent high end performer,
Right.
but he can get to that main event spot because he's gonna stay be on the show. Olafemi don't necessarily need to be on the show. That's why you keep him away. And that's
And-
actually
and-
very, very smart for a guy his size too.
right.
You don't
Which
want to just risk him going out there all the time and then he gets hurt and you lose in your face.
right. So all they doing is trying to find the next Brock, the next Roman, the next Undertaker, the next. You know what I'm saying? They're building stuff up like that to keep the company going, not just the next face of the whole entire joint. Because the face of the whole entire joint, you got to look at who's the next John Cena slash Hulk Hogan, or the next Roman Reigns slash Seth Rollins, and you can put Braun Breaker in one of those categories, but you can't put Brock in none of those because you got to put him on the Kane or the Undertaker, the special attraction joints, because they weren't special attraction. These people that were there that were carrying the company, that's a different beast. Brock Lesnar wasn't carrying the
Check out
company; he was just there.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Check out these top takeaways from Eric Beason. I want to see if you agree with him. He says, this feels like the perfect time to split Breaker from Heyman and the Vision. Whether that is the direction that this is heading or not, it is a creative decision that should be considered. He is wasted otherwise.
I wouldn't split myself from Paul because everybody wins when they win Paul.
Yeah.
But I'll get myself out of the tag team joint. But I think the only reason why he's in the tag team is because of Logan Paul. So that's the only reason why he's there for that. Because the tag team belts was never his; it was Logan's. But Logan got injured.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, they best. Yeah, so I think that's the only reason why he's carrying him around was waiting for Logan. But I don't know when Logan's available.
Then he said, "Spinning Mop Breaker talking to Heyman and did a dang near spot on impersonation of the tag team champion."
He said what?
He said basically he mocked Braun with the way he talks and was spot on
Oh yeah.
in his mocking. So there was that. But yeah, here we go. The next Luchador match, we had Dragon Lee taking on El Eo de Dr. Wagner Jr. By the way, Dragon Lee, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
not,
every time
yeah.
he wrestles, it's like the more he wrestles, the more I'm starting to realize how over he's getting, and I'm just like, WWE, get this man a push, please.
But
Like
push
it's like
where?
ever since he had that Gunther match, it's revitalized his career in the WWE.
Yeah. But push him where?
Huh?
But push him where? If we gonna give him a push him where?
In the mid card title thing, at the very least. That's let me saying I want Shaq to lose the belt from like to him. I'm not going. This is one thing I'm not doing that fans tend to do all the time. Is when a person becomes champion, now that everyone's like, okay, who's gonna become next champion? Shut up.
But
Let
no,
the
that
person.
no, but that's the problem. That's the issue. When you
I
saying shut
agree.
up, when everybody else is like, no, it makes sense. You got the title, okay. Who is the next person that deserves the actual title? You don't deserve to hold that title for a long period of time. Why can't Dragon Lee come and beat you the next week?
No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. No, I get that. I get that because that's automatically how we all are. How we all feel. We're like, okay, who can be next champion? Who can be next champion? The problem is when fans get into the mindset of like, okay, you became champion, now I'm ready for somebody else to become champion.
That's not a problem though.
Say that's your huh?
That's not a problem. That's how the
That's not a
WWE used
problem.
that's how the WWE used to function. That's how it used to be. That's what I'm saying. That's what was the excitement about it. Is every week somebody had an opportunity and somebody got a chance and somebody else won. The problem is everybody's holding it longer than expected. That's the problem. That's what the WWE has ran into a problem. Is they allow everybody to hold belts
I
for
got
long
you.
periods of time.
I got you.
That's what it is. So that's what the problem is. So when people think like that, I'm not mad at them. I don't think it'll ever go back to that. But I'm not mad at them for thinking like that. Even when Cody won, and then everybody was like, "We want Roman back." They just wanted Roman. They just wanted Cody to get it. But I remember when you had Hogan, and Hogan had the title, and then a week later, Ultimate Warrior beat him. Then a week later, Randy
Yeah, I
Savage
think
won.
my issue
That's
more
that's
so
what it
is
is.
when you're like I'm a fan of a person, but then you go I'm not a fan of that person no more the moment they win it, and so I'm gonna be a fan of the other person that goes about winning it, this and that, third over this person. Then when that person wins it, I'm no longer a fan of him. I want to be a fan of
Yeah,
another
I don't,
person.
yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like
That
that.
part is
I
where
don't
I'm like,
like that.
all right, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's the
Yeah,
part
I
where
don't like that.
that's what I'm trying to highlight. Like when you get to that route, I'm like, bro, all right, bro, okay, calm down, because it's
Yeah, I
not
don't
that
like that.
deep.
We're on the left or the right. Okay.
Like you need to chill. Like I get it. You want to see we want to see just about any and everybody win, but at the same as that time, you can't just go. Oh, I was never a fan of that person. I was really more a fan of that. Stop.
All right,
Don't
man.
do
Have a
that.
good one.
Don't. Please don't do that. That's just corny.
Yeah,
That's just corny.
I don't like that either. I'm in agreement with that. Like, don't change your fandom just because your person didn't win. I get that because when Cody and them won, I mean, there was a lot of there was a lot of people that was against Cody for winning again, and I'm like, no, don't be against Cody for winning. I don't understand that. Like, oh, well, get it Roman back. I'm like, yeah, no, still be a fan of Cody, but don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't cut him off and be like, all right, well, forget Cody, we want Roman back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know
man,
what? I
don't do
thought the
that, bro.
finish story was absolutely garbage the whole entire time. I just wanted to see Cody win because I didn't like Roman winning. But you know
Yeah,
what? I did like Roman for a time. Like Roman low key was actually pretty cool. That whole remember that bloodline thing he done? You know what? I want Roman back as champion. Roman back as champion.
And Cody only had it
Yes,
for a week.
I'm like, bro, all
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that. Like, don't stop being a fan of who you got winning. Like, bro, don't do that.
right. Like,
I
come
don't like that.
on.
Yeah, I don't like that part.
That's so annoying. Like,
All I'm saying is I could still be a fan, but then like, okay, well, Cody did it.
Yeah,
Sami Zayn can do it too. I'm like, all right, well, I'm rooting for
yeah,
Cody, but I want Sammy to get it as well. So I'm rooting for, oh, I want
right,
Kevin Owens to get it as well, but I'm still cool with Cody. But these
yeah,
people just turn their back on Cody completely. Like, oh no, I don't like Cody no more.
yeah.
Give it to somebody else. And I'm like, no, bro, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That don't make no sense.
Oh man, 2 weeks later after he won the world title, we won Roman.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
won
that was
Roman.
crazy. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
For all the
Yeah.
people who went crazy and was crying when Cody won at the WrestleMania, so 2 weeks later they over talking about putting the title back on the person that ain't even a part of the company right now. Roman was gone for 3 months, and they over talking about we want man. Come on, bro. Now don't do that. Please
Now,
don't do that.
exactly. Now, speaking of champions who became recent champion, bro, I thought this match was fan freaking tastic.
Oh,
Chad
you
Gable
talking about
versus Big
Chad
Ray
Gable?
Seal, bruh,
That is like that.
bruh,
I'm glad
bruh.
he's getting the put. Now I'm
Every
glad he's
time,
getting the push because we've seen where Chad came from. I'm
oh
glad he
my
getting the push.
God, yes,
And after him putting on that match, I'm saying he has the opportunity to have match of the year, and it could be wrestler of the year, depending on how long this reign goes. Because
yes,
he's beating some people that count. He ain't beating no randoms.
bro. When that match, after that match was over, I said, you know what? I hope the WWE does the whole open challenge thing with him as IC champion. I would love to see that.
Yeah, yeah,
I would love that. I would love. Give me that. You know, I don't care if nobody. Man,
yeah,
just open challenge. Shut up. I don't care. I want to see
yeah,
great wrestling in a great match. Okay,
yeah.
I want to see
He
that.
putting on. He
So
putting on.
he
He didn't beat
definitely
He
putting
didn't
on
beat
that
Penta.
match with
He
Ray.
didn't beat Rey Mysterio. I think he beat Dragon
Yeah,
Lee. Didn't he? Penta beat Dragon Lee. Penta beat
yeah. Dragon.
Dragon
Yep.
Lee. He beat Javon Evans and stuff like that. Like, bro, Penta, he could be in the talk for one of the wrestlers of the year too. Like, bro, Penta been putting on. Penta been putting
I
on,
agree.
bro. The whole luchador, they've been
That last match
representing.
at WrestleMania was great.
Yeah.
That match at WrestleMania was
That's what
fire,
I'm
bro.
like,
It was
man.
fire.
They better not try to pick a Cody or a CM Punk or whatever for the best wrestler of the year. Not
I'm
this
definitely not
time.
picking Cody for this year. I'm not.
Not this. They have not done
I'm a big
enough.
fan. I'm a big fan.
Neither
I'm
none of
not
them
picking him
have
this
done
year.
enough. Neither one of them
I'm
have
not
done
doing Punk
enough.
either.
They
But
have
I can
not done
give
enough.
Punk the credit. I can give Punk up there if they want to consider a nomination for him and Roman's match at WrestleMania for match of the year for sure. I will only. That's the one thing I probably would give him. With that said, I do think Roman versus Seth was way better,
I
SummerSlam
mean,
wise.
there's
So
no match that's been better than the Luchador. The what's it called? El Americano. That's the best match of
the
the
LA
year.
Americano, yeah, that's
There's
fair.
no match
That
better
is
than
fair.
that.
That
If
is
if,
fair.
if
That
anybody
is
pitches a
fair.
match, if they pick in the big thing at the
I'm
end of
just
the
thinking they
year,
only
if they
partnership
don't
because
pick
it's
that,
WWE oriented. It's not Triple A oriented. Even though Triple H is still in partnership with them, I don't think they
yeah,
will pick
no.
a Triple H match.
Mm.
But it's possible. It's possible though.
Yeah, that
We'll see.
match was probably one of the best matches of all time. They would have to put that in the category. That was one of the best matches of all time.
Jack Gable did an interview with Cody Rhodes recently where he was talking about that match and he talked about everything. He said, bro, he said so many of their colleagues in WWE kept tapping
Right,
him left and right, telling him, bro, do you realize what you just did and
right. That's what I'm saying.
how outstanding that match was? And he was
You,
very humble. He's like, bro, I don't know. I don't really take compliments like that very well. I was like, real? I'm like, this
bro,
man is very, very
listen,
humble
bro. There's
at
no
home.
match I've ever seen that's better than that
Mm,
match. An hour long match,
mm.
bro, and y'all was at it the whole hour. Like, nah, bro. Nobody's touched that
Blood
match yet.
pouring on each
Nobody.
other.
Yeah, nobody's touched that match. Nobody. Nobody's touched that match
Yeah.
at all. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that. Like
So
if they only
you
pick
don't
if they
think
don't
Punk versus Roman
bro,
Roman versus Seth is
nobody.
right with
Nobody in the
nobody?
last 10, 20
So
years, nobody. In the last 10, 20 years, ain't nobody did a better match than that. Nobody. When Punk and Roman did it, was they getting text messages saying, "Would y'all know what y'all did?" No. There wasn't nobody talking about that. That match right there. That match right there ain't nobody ever sent no text messages talking about, yo, do you know what you just did? No. Nobody did that. It don't matter how good when CM
it
Punk
was
went
better.
against Drew
It almost better
McIntyre.
being like, I did my thing. I just did what I could. Like,
Yeah,
them
nah.
being super humble about what you just did. Like,
Mm-mm.
bruh, because you gotta
He
think
and the
he
match was an
only
hour
had
long, bro. The match was an
prior
hour
to that
long.
match, people had so many mixed feelings about the whole storyline within itself. You got to remember, bro. When
Might
it
be a
first came
storyline a
around,
year.
I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. And then after a while, I was like, bro, all right, end this already, please, just end this. And WWE said, no, you're going to wait. We're telling a story with this. You're going to
Storyline of
wait.
the year.
Like, all right. And the following year, we get to May of this year, and you kept off the whole story with one match, one definitive mass versus match at that. When was the last time you actually heard a mass versus a mass versus match being outstanding like that?
Right.
Come on. So yeah, Chad Gable, he definitely gotta be MVP of this year. He definitely gotta be. Yeah, you know what, BZ? I'm in agreement. I do agree.
Louis
I
and
think
Louis
when you read
and Louis Kaiser won. And Louis Kaiser won.
and Kaiser won.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like
Kaiser
Louis
won.
Kaiser won.
And Kaiser's now an
Chad,
international. He's a
Chad
big name
came.
in AAA.
Chad came back over, apologized to everybody he
Yep.
needed to apologize to, and
Redeemed himself and everything.
beat Penta, and then beat Ray and beat all these people when he got the belt. I'm like, bro, there's nobody's run better than him. That nobody's run right now.
I
Nobody's
can't
run.
believe I'm gonna say this. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Chad Gable's whole I want to be a luchador to not being a luchador to eventually letting go of being it and redeeming himself. That story alone, it's gonna hurt me. But I'm gonna say it. It's way better than any Daniel Bryan underdog storyline and Sami Zayn
Oh yeah,
underdog storyline.
that ain't even that's easy to say.
I
I'll
would
step
love for someone to come to disagreement over that. I would love for
I'll
somebody to disagree with
I'll
that.
go a step further. His storyline is better than the Bloodline story until they close it. Until they close it, his story
Until they close
is
it.
better than the Bloodline story. His story
Larry
was
going
complete.
here right now. Larry,
His story was
let me
complete.
hear.
His story was complete. He lost, but his story was complete. He got to take his mask off. He came back to apologize, and then now he's back back on winning the U.S. title, and now he's going against the top people in the mid card and holding down the mid card.
And he earned it.
Yeah, the bloodline's not
He
doing that.
earned
The
it.
story's not over.
He
The
didn't push
bloodline
himself.
story's not hard.
Yeah, as I was saying, he earned it. He
Yeah.
had no faction with him, no help,
Nope.
right? Did this all by himself and going back to redeem himself. He made clear that what he had did was not right, and ultimately he looked to prove himself. He was trying to help. He tried to help out Ray, tried to help out Penta when he could. You know what I'm saying? Did the best that he could, and only when he was given an opportunity to say, "Okay, now it's your time to become champion," and not to mention you're also winning in your hometown. Come on, like
And to think of how the storyline even started, when he couldn't beat any of the luchadors, so he went to go learn from a luchador and
yes,
then actually fake the match. That's what I'm saying. Like that storyline is a whole other ball game, bro. That's a whole other ball game. From the beginning all the way to the end and how it ended and all that, bro. It started off weird, turned it into corny, started off and then ended so powerful. It's like, bro, that must shook the WWE. And it was in AAA. It wasn't even on the end all be all WWE. It was in AAA.
mm-hmm.
And everybody and their mama talking about that match on AAA. They ain't even talking about it in the WWE superstars is talking about what happened on AAA. And now you see Rey Mysterio at AAA, Undertaker at AAA. Now AAA is a thing that cats need to start watching all the time. I'm definitely watching that AAA WrestleMania thing, whatever that is.
Oh,
I'm
facts,
watching
no
that.
doubt.
2 night
Oh
event,
yeah,
bro. That thing is about to be crazy. But now
yep.
AAA is intermingling with the WWE. You got WWE superstars on AAA winning tag team titles and all of this other stuff, which giving AAA more competition to people to go against people that's on regular rosters. Man, the Undertaker and them to flip that whole thing upside down. And it's all
Yep.
because of the Chad Gable and Louis Kaiser.
Wow.
Yeah, when you look at that, like when you, bro, Triple A. I mean, Triple A was Triple A, but after Louis Kaiser and Chad Gable did what they did, everybody started wanting, like, you know what? Let me start watching Triple A. Let me get involved in Triple A. Hey, can I come over here? Let me go to Triple A. I want to play. I want to wrestle in Triple A. Can I come
Living
over
man,
here?
it made Ludwig Kaiser an international hit. Think about how his character is the new, or whatever you want to call him, El Guard of America Part Two, whatever it is,
Right,
and he's an actual hit.
right.
Like how,
Good
like
sergeant.
he's massively over
Yeah, he's
in
messing me
Triple
over.
A.
Right, he's
And
over,
look
over.
how Chad Gable had to not only redeem himself, but people don't even take into account of how long we've been waiting to see Chad Gable to be a mid card champion. I don't know if
Yeah,
he's busy,
yeah,
right? Some people were fans of his work. Some people weren't fans of him. I've always said the man was so dang on good. He should be champion. Why hasn't he been champion yet? And he finally won it.
he is
He
Kurt,
finally, he
bro.
finally become champion.
He is Kurt Angle for real.
He is. But he did what Kurt Angle. It's gonna hurt, but I don't care. It's the truth. People who come after you are gonna be better. He did
Yeah,
what Kurt Angle did, but did it in a complete 180
yeah,
in the most special way possible. Kurt Angle ain't did it in WWE. Kurt Angle has moments. He was known for his moments, and yes, he's a great wrestler. I think he has some great
he had
matches
some nice
with
matches,
anybody. His
but it
best
was,
matches for sure.
but
But
none of that was none.
he didn't have a story like this. He didn't have no
No,
story like this. I think the difference is he had no long term, and I mean a long term storyline payoff
right,
for any wrestler to have it. So Chad Gable, man, kudos to Chad Gable, kudos to Charles Best, the man behind the gimmick, the believer in God too in real life. So awesome, like shout out to him as well. But he's killing it, and I'm so proud of him. I'm finally glad he's champion, and I thought his match with Ray Mysterio was absolutely superb.
it's crazy.
Kudos to both him and Ray. For Ray to be at his age and still being able to put on like that is insane to me. But yeah, they killed it, and I can't wait to see more of what he got going forward. I think he maybe should do open challenges. Yeah, we can see where that goes. But yeah, I'm not in disagreement with what BZ said. When you really think about it,
I,
for real, he has a case to be made for his match to be match of the year for sure.
I think if he do an open challenge, this is what this if I was drawing, if I had the pencil in WWE, if
Hmm.
I was drawing, if he did an open challenge, I'm bringing out Big Cass, and Big Cass taking the belt from him, and then Javon Evans is getting it from Big Cass.
Mm.
That's what I'm doing. If I do it,
Okay.
if I do it, because I'm like I said, I'm loving the run that Chad Gable got, and I don't want him to lose it. But what I'm saying
Right.
is, if we start doing open challenges, that's for anybody.
Exactly.
And Big Cass didn't say he was only highlighting Javon Evans. He said he was wrecking shop and getting everything. But he never.
Yeah.
The only opportunity he's been doing right now has been with Javon Evans because Javon Evans been open. But if you got an open challenge, Big Cass can mess around and try to show up for that, and Javon Evans will probably interrupt him from winning type deal or whatever. But I could see that turning into a triple threat type deal, stuff like that. Because now Big Cass, all he doing is coming every week and interrupting stuff. That ain't a good storyline. We need to put you connected to something that makes sense. And right now, you just going after Javon, which I like it, but ain't you just beating Javon up. But if you go under the Judgment Day, that's bringing gold to the Judgment Day.
Right.
I like that. If you bring in gold to the Judgment Day, and it'd be four titles in there. Because Dom already got one. Now you got one. Then Liv got one, and then Raquel got one. So you got four titles in that joint. So now that look good. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense. That makes sense for you. But that also builds for November when everybody is looking like, all right, well, we got to build a team because War Games is in November. So
Right.
whose team are you on? You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like who's building what? What teams is gonna be what? Is they gonna have a luchador joint? Is it gonna be Chad Gable and Penta and Devon and them against you know what I'm saying? That now we're looking at
Yeah.
teams. Teams gotta come together now. So now I'm thinking LA Knight. LA Knight is probably gonna build a team with Solo. It's probably gonna have Royce Keys. Royce Keys will probably be back by then. And he's probably gonna destroy Jacob somehow or whatever to build that type of story for that storyline or whatever. But yeah, I mean you gotta look at like what we see right now. it's cool, but you got to look at the future of what's about to set up. The reason why we're seeing what we're seeing right now, because
Hmm.
now they're putting out commercials for war games, and I'm like, all right, well, if they're putting out commercials for war games. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing is about to have a lot of people click up to actually make situations happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, some stuff is like, so now you see the bitterness in the bloodline. It's like, all right, so who's going to be a part of that war games team? It's LA Knight trying to build his own situation, and Solo going to all the way be gone still till November. Is he still going to still not be submissive? You know, all of that. Is Jimmy and I mean, is Jacob and Jay going to be able to still be cool for for that, or are they gonna butt heads? It's gonna make a situation. Is Jacob gonna turn? Something has to happen soon because, like I said, War Games is right around the corner, and they definitely gonna highlight it
Yeah, it
around
won't be
Roman.
that long. It won't be that long off. It'll be November,
So
and
yeah, say November.
WWE is already teasing Money Bank coming in around October, which I'm like,
Yeah, October.
they pushed this like crazy. But regardless, they pushed it, and maybe there's a storyline reason besides the business reasons happening because normally they have it scheduled like earlier in the year, but I guess for this year it had to be some complications going on behind the scenes. But regardless, we're gonna have Money Bank coming out very sometime in October. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. But they did do another Luchador match with Dragon Lee taking on EO Day, Dr. Wagner Jr. And again, like I said, Dragon Lee is over, and I can't wait to see him get his flowers and eventually, yeah, get a push. If he said to be the one to beat Chad Gable, I am not mad at that for the Ice House. So regardless, however they want to do it. At the end of the day, I'm loving pro wrestling. I love what they're doing with pro wrestling, and I love storylines. I love payoffs, and BB said best. There may not be a better match this year than Chad Gable versus Louis Kaiser's El Gran Americano.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Considering WWE's issues with age at the top of the company, it is astonishing that Lee has not been better positioned to be a star of the future. He has consistently delivered when given the opportunity, and at just 31, he has plenty of years left to excel. He'll get there. He'll get there. He got time. Oh yeah, I just talked about that. I'm sorry. I've been talking about that. We talked about the check in on the Great Stereo. But yeah, the Bloodline delivers Soul Sequoia to Roman Reigns. We see Roman coming out with Jacob Fatu. Roman talking his
All
stuff,
right, man. Have a
having
good
people
one.
acknowledge him in Buffalo. Brings out Soul with Jimmy and Jay. Jimmy and Jay just hyping up. Soul being with them. They're doing the whole pew 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 with the gun gestures with their fingers. I'm just like, well, with their hands and whatnot. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, these guys are some fools, man.
And they all that, and that's what I'm saying. They all man. I'm like, bro, ain't nothing like, ain't nothing like fighting your own brothers and sisters and cousins and making millions of dollars doing it, bro.
Yeah,
Like what? Like we're all we seeing right now is what these cats used to do in the backyard all the time
yeah,
for free. They used to
yeah,
do this on the back. They used to do this in the backyard for free. Roman, Solo. I don't know if Jacob was there, but I know Solo, the Usos, all them. They used to do this for free. Y'all cousins and just clown around on trampolines in the backyard,
it's
jumping off stuff for
incredible.
free. Y'all going against your own. Y'all family is making so much money just going against each other for free. For stuff that y'all used to do playing around, y'all getting paid to do it for free.
You know what's interesting? I think is first of all, to your point, BZ. I think that some of what you're saying, it's all inspiring. It's all inspiring, and it's all inspiring in the sense that if you are a brother and you have a sister, and if you have a little nephew or a niece or whatever case may be, and y'all connect by watching pro wrestling, and one of y'all is looking to pursue pro wrestling while the other's like, well, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too. The Bloodline, low key, are paving the way for future wrestling things to come together and be like, you know what? Let's all come together and run roughshod. Now, that's not to sit here and say we're forgetting the Hart Foundation, we're forgetting the Rose family, we're forgetting any other wrestling family you can name of the Guerreros, you name it, right? We're not forgetting them, or even the Von Erichs. We're not forgetting them. And I'm thinking people way back a little bit too by even mentioning that. My point
But
is, the bloodline is paving the way for families who are interested in pro wrestling to come, but you
Together.
come with 10 more people,
Mm-hmm.
15 more people. Heck, go for 20, 30 if you got
Mm-hmm.
to. Show up and show out to the point where it's like, oh, you're familiar with this person. Oh, this is your brother. Oh, this
Yep.
is your nephew. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Because what they're doing, what they're showing you is we're doing this at a high level, at a grand scale. I understand people getting upset with it and have their complaints and their annoyance with whatever. But if but if you really take a look, if you really humble yourself for a second and just really look at what you're seeing on your television screen with this family, how do you not go, wow? Like, Solo being in character, Jimmy and Jay just being them, Roman being what he is, Jacob being what he is. Oh, and not to mention, they got Zilpha too on NXT,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
came through. And by the way, I'm definitely tuning into NXT tonight. I'm definitely going
Oh
to
yeah.
tune into
For
NXT
sure.
tonight, hands down. There's no debate. But my
Right.
point is, they're coming up together, and it's a sight to see, and there's nothing wrong with that happening. I understand people going, well, they keep doing this, they keep doing that, blah blah blah. You can have your complaints all you want, but you act like nobody else is getting an opportunity or a chance. To be this point, any and everybody in pro wrestling can get their opportunities and their chances. They're not.
Right.
The WWE is not bringing in the bloodline for you to go. There will never be a chance for any of your favorite wrestlers to become world champion. That's not true, and it's not impossible. It's not. They're putting CM Punk and Kevin Owens in the storyline right now. There's nobody that got bloodline ties within that storyline whatsoever. They got history, but none of them is bloodline. They're not Samoan. They're white guys wrestling on
Right.
television. The point is, there's going to be variety for everything. It just so happens that this family runs deep. And if you're upset with that, well, get you and your family to run deep. I don't know what else to tell you. But
Right.
yes, and I also want to say right quick, just so we can, kind of like wrap this up, because we already went over the whole Solo thing from earlier.
Right.
Last week, and I want to make this clear, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not looking to be too real about this, boom, boom, blah, blah, blah. And I had to check Larry about it, and I was just like, bro, why are you so fascinated with this family and so much of a fan and blah, 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 blah. Like, you go hard for them. Like it's not that serious. Like calm down. Like, if fans want to have they feels about them, you can just let that go.
Right.
But then I took some days to kind of like really sit with what was being said from you and him. Y'all saying, oh, this is a bloodline conversation. You know what? No more talk about this. All this is going to be about bloodline. And he was really saying what he was saying. And back in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm only saying what I'm saying to you because I don't want you to come across like fans who listen to you go, bro, that's all he talks about. He's annoying. At least BZ and Josiah makes it interesting when it comes to talking about any and everything else, like what we're doing with Chad Gable, for instance.
Right.
And then I had to go, you know what? Larry's a fan. And when I say Larry's a fan, he can be a fan of just what he prefers. And I have to be able to say, okay, Josiah, you got to humble your pride and just let him be. As much as I'll be like, bro, but you can do this and you can do that. And yes, that's true. He could do the quote-unquote bust this, bust that. At the same token, though, I just got to let him be where he's at.
I mean, you gotta understand the fact that I'm the same way with LeBron. They're like, oh, but you ain't watching nobody else. I'm not a fan of nobody else. I don't care about nobody else. You can bring it up, like, yeah, all right, that's cool. Let's go back to talking about Bron. Why you only talk about Bron? Because Bron is the only person that I pay attention to. I don't care about nobody else. When Bron is gone, then we can talk about something totally different. I'm saying from Larry's standpoint, I think Larry is what you just got done saying, which is perfect. Even though this is probably not what in Larry's mind what he's doing, but this is what it is. Larry is Liv Morgan. You're annoying on purpose. It's a part of the show. It's a part of the show. If everybody in the comment section is like, bro, all he talks about is the bloodline, Liv Morgan always talk about how she's the greatest of all. That's the annoying. Larry's playing his
Right.
role. Why would anybody be mad at that?
Mm.
You gotta look at it as a role. You can't gotta look at it on a situation like Larry literally might be because when you talk about other stuff, it ain't like Larry don't know other stuff. He just don't care about other stuff because other stuff don't make sense
Mm.
to him. So that's why I'm like, I get it. But when you do like a
Mm.
sport, when you do like a sports show and things like that, a lot of times you gotta know everything about the show. But that's not what our show is for. Our show is for who we like and then what's the recap. That don't we don't gotta talk about any all wrestling from back in the day and all of that stuff. He only talks about bloodline stuff. Then he brings up when we bring up stuff from back in the day, he brings up the bloodline from back in the day. So he's just locked in on that situation. Same way as if I was talking about basketball, I'm like, yo, I remember when he played for the Cavs in 2003. I remember when he won a championship 2012. I remember this, and this. I remember all of that. People don't want to hear it because they're not Brown fans, but at the same time, guess what? When they know if Beasley talking, oh, I know you about to talk about Braun. It's either you gonna hang up or you just gonna listen.
Yeah.
And that's what it is with Larry. That's why I don't look at it like that. I use the way Larry reacts as characteristics for the BNL connection. That's what I use it for. I use it for like, oh yeah, well Larry I already know Larry about to say something crazy that I can piggyback on. Because other than that, if I don't piggyback on it, me and Josiah gonna be on the same team the whole entire time because we both in agreement with everything we be
And
talking
this
about.
is BZ breaking the fourth wall, you guys. No
Exactly.
character, no being no
Yeah,
shit, none.
because that's how.
Or just
Because remember,
fire.
that's how it started. Remember how the BNL
That's
got
a
even
fact.
started when
That's a
Larry
fact.
everything was all in agreement. I had to go all the way left to make everything go crazy for it to be like, all right, well, let me team up with Larry because Larry's not winning no battle against Josiah.
And BZ will tell it right because reason
Cooking.
being and reason being for why BZ does that is because one or two things is happening. One, he's either in agreement fully with what Larry's saying, or he's not in fully agreement with what Larry's saying. He's just doing it, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, blah, blah,
Exactly.
blah.
Exactly.
However, because I have a very um how can I describe my personality? I would say a bit almost at times domineering
Yeah.
personality for myself, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, no, but this is what it is, and I can go
Yeah.
through A, B,
And he
C,
can't.
D, E, F,
Yeah.
G, J, H, I, J, K, whatever, right? And Larry would be like,
He can't. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. He
he
can't
can't
control it.
win.
He
He
can't
can't
win.
win.
So he
Because
need
I'd be
help.
like, nah, but here's my knowledge. And then Beat is like, well, then here's my knowledge.
Yeah.
Hold on, Josiah, hold on. Pump
Right.
the brakes.
Right.
Let me give you my knowledge because, and I think it's beautiful because there's some symmetry with that, even
It
when it's
is.
like we're not always seeing eye to eye.
It
Because
is.
I'm a year older than Larry, even though me and Larry are around the same kind of like grade to a degree, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a
Yeah.
year older than him. You are the biggest. When I call you the big
Big
bro,
bro. Yeah.
because Beasley is older than both of us combined, and he can see it
Yeah.
from different point of views. On one hand, he'll be like, Larry, boom, boom, yeah. Then decide, oh, I didn't even know it's that, blah, 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 boom,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then there are times where it's just like, nah, decide, I'm not fully with you this week. I'm not fully with you that week. I'm just not fully with
Right.
you with anything because I see what you're saying, but Larry got so strong mean points with this.
Yeah.
And sometimes what people got to realize is we're having fun. First of all, we're having fun while we're doing this all the
Right.
time. We're having fun while we're doing
Exactly.
this. People don't realize that. We have a lot
No,
of
they
fun with
don't.
this.
Right.
But we have so much fun with this. Even if our prides tend to get in the way and I get loud with Beezy, boom, 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 I still realize, oh, we're creating entertainment for you guys to enjoy. So you
Exactly.
gotta just take it for what it is. There's
And
nothing
we,
personal.
yep,
I
and we
love you
have
guys.
not done it in a while. So
We
everybody is
haven't.
probably like, so that's why the numbers is just like stagnant where it's at because the same energy is not there no more.
Yeah.
It's not there. I'm just like, yeah,
That's a fact, bro.
it's not there. The
I was
energy
yelling
ain't
at
there.
Larry about the whole and
Yeah, it's
Larry too, because
gone.
people forget it was the Brown Breaker thing, it was Bronson Reed and
Yeah,
Jake
yep,
Uso or something like that from last year.
yep,
And I was like, no, who this? And I was going off on Larry, and at the end, no, people were chiming in. I'm like, oh, cool.
yep,
I didn't know it was gonna get this much traction. And I watched it back, and I was like laughing my behind off. I'm like, bro, I did that. That's crazy. So yeah, so yeah, I think what's going to have to take is more promotion. Not just on your channel, bro. It's my channel as
yeah,
well. I've been slacking. I've been so busy with work, man. I could
That's a good one.
I can't. I don't give too much time to my thing.
Yeah,
I don't know more like that, but I want to. I love this, man.
yeah.
I love it. I love doing this. This is fun, and yeah, bro. Like that's like this is why I do what I do, and at the end of the day, I know me, and I know me enough to know. Okay, Josiah. All right. Sometimes it's okay not being told you're right. Sometimes it's okay being told you're wrong. Sometimes it's okay being told indifferent.
But
At
that's
the
what,
end of
yeah,
the day,
but yeah, that's what people got to realize. But
yeah,
we're battling on an opinion based sport.
very opinionated based sport. You, bro,
Yeah,
you
it's
think we don't go
opinionated
against so
based
many
sport.
opinions? Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh,
You
those
watch, I watch other people's
yeah,
channels and stuff like that, man. Them cats is going more crazy than we is on an opinion.
yeah.
On an opinion, they pissed
Bro, I
off
be
on a
seeing,
move that
bro.
just
I seen
happened and
that.
stuff.
Remember that video you put in? I think you put in. I don't know if you put in the group chat, but you sent it to me, and it was them talking about WWE. I forget who was the name of the channel, but it was like 4 or 5 guys, and it was that one guy that was like, "Man, I'm not a fan of the MVP. I'm not a fan of Bobby Lashley. I'm not a fan of this, like this
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing." And he had so much to say, and everyone would let him speak, and he would have his opinions. I was listening, I'd be like, "Sucker, shut up! Like, what are you talking about? Your opinion is garbage. Like, you a hater for real. Like,
right.
but that was his opinion,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. It's opinion based sport, and everybody's gonna have their own thoughts. Everybody's gonna have their own however they feel about whatever, whoever wins, whoever loses. If they're in agreement, if they're in disagreement, everybody's gonna have their own thought on it. That's what we have to just realize. Like, bro, even if we feel that we right, we might not even be right. But in some situations, it ain't no right and it ain't no wrong because it's opinionated. It ain't no right and it ain't no
It is
wrong.
very opinionated. It's very opinionated. Like for instance, BZ may go, I'm more of a fan of Jeremy Hall. I'm gonna be honest. I was not a big fan of Jeremy Hall like that.
I
I
love
wasn't.
Jinder Mahal.
I think Jeremy Hall. I like the presentation of what they were doing for him, and I like that he's finally getting pushed to be champion. But as an in-ring performer, I was like, man, I just I wasn't a big of a fan of his wrestling skill like that. But he got over. You know what I'm saying? He got over and he did his thing. And for what it's worth, in real life though, like the man behind the gimmick, like shout out to him. He's cool. He's real cool. I like his personality. He sounds like he's a good dude. But
Right.
as a fan of his in ring ability of pro wrestling, I wasn't. It just didn't grab me. Right? It just didn't move me. So that's just what it was. But that's what Sarah and say. I don't like simplicity in my wrestling. I do. It's only when it's done effectively well, right? So NGF,
Right.
for instance, NGF doesn't do a lot of crazy moves, but NGF can wrestle very well. Where I'm like, yo, like people think just because he talks so much that he cannot wrestle. I'm like, bro, that man can talk and wrestle. That's how good he is.
Oh yeah, no, he back up.
He's
He back up
incredible.
his conversation. Yeah, facts.
Yes, he does, man, and he's bold enough to tell people all the time he's better than you, and he
Yeah,
legit believes he's really better than any and everybody else in wrestling. Whether that's to be true for a lot of people or not, at the end of the day, he believes it, and that's all that matters. So
yeah,
it's just it's just one of those things. But anyways, yeah, man, like you got a great point with that because it's a pain there. Like we talked about Sami Zayn. I can't remember, bro. I remember listening to it back. Like I don't know if I listened to it back recently, but there was an episode where we talking about Sami Zayn, and I was like humming his theme song, and you made fun of the theme song.
I can't
and,
stand his theme
uh,
song.
yeah, I know, man. You couldn't stand Sami Zayn, and I would be making jokes about how he was your favorite wrestler, your favorite wrestler. So
Right.
we have fun. We have fun, and that's just. We need you guys to come back though. I don't know where you guys have been.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know. Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
been hiding underneath a rock somewhere.
yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Let us know what y'all want us to do. If y'all want us to keep the BNL connection and the battles and stuff going, then we'll just have to because. But back in that, because remember, back in that time,
mm,
we wasn't just doing Raw and SmackDown. We were just talking about wrestling during the week. We were talking random, and that's how all that
yeah,
stuff was happening because we
yeah.
were just talking random.
TKO.
Now we yeah now we only talk when Raw or SmackDown go off or pay per view. So I think that take it away too because they probably like, dang, they used to give us all content during the week about everything, and now we don't even talk to them every
Skin
week.
deals.
Yeah, yeah, about the brand deals, all of that. Some
Yeah, we talk about
rumors
all
that
that
we didn't
stuff.
seen on Twitter. some rumors we didn't heard, or something about this, or something about the blood.
Oh yeah,
Like
attendance
every
numbers going crazy. Like,
yeah.
bro, oh
Like
my, yo,
Larry will post something about the bloodline or something on Twitter, and then we'd be like, oh yo, where'd you find that information at, or whatever. You'd be like, oh Larry, here you go, talking about the bloodline, blah 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 blah, and all this and this, all that stuff was there. It's not there because that's why we had people
yeah,
we had team BNL, we had team Josiah, but we don't got none of that no more.
yeah.
None of that. Yeah,
We can get
so we
there,
gotta
man.
bring
We can
that
get
back.
there. Cause I tell you this much, I was shocked to see how many like views were popping up. Well, not that shocked because shorts, YouTube Shorts can get around to that. I don't know how they do that. It's an AI I hope it's not AI generated. I hope that's not the case whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
But
I
when you
got to
was
get that
doing the
program
shorts,
back. Yeah,
right?
that program
Exactly.
like
When you was doing the
$40 a
shorts,
month.
bro, listen, we had some shorts. I think we were talking about like the because I'll never forget. It had me crying. We were talking about John Cena's run for the 2025, his 2025 run from last year.
Oh yeah,
And one person commented about Will. He's not a better wrestler than Will Ospreay from AEW.
oh yeah,
And I remember being like, BZ, I was looking at this.
oh yeah. I remember that.
And I remember BZ was like so upset. But even when we talk about the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Award, right? We talk about those
Yeah,
awards.
yeah. All of that stuff. How you
Yeah,
doing?
so we can
I'm
do it.
all
These
right.
guys, again, all it takes is a level of consistency, getting our things
Yeah, I
out.
don't
Like
know that.
we talk about ourselves, like okay, Snowfall, the drop is going to come out very soon. I'm looking
Hmm.
forward to that. Did you finish Racing Canaan?
Yeah, I finished it.
You got time to talk about it or
Yeah.
over stuff? Okay, Ben. The talk is out of it.
Boom, bang, two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw four, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the eastbound. Call me a virus, we moving to the west now. I've been bugging more ammo than any Russian. My 16s I air out like a semi-bussin'. My chick bad, I sing to her like David Ruffin. Give her the game, she roll up, we lit and puffin'. Thought I was done, but this rapping is in my bloodline. Keep feeding me beats, I zip them up like A-Shine. The swag so out of this world, never in state lines. Used to be passing with everything, now I take mine. Pittsburgh, my name Monty, some of you notice me. I get you lit and I'm brown, nickname me Hennessy. I came in the game, they ain't do nothing but doubt. But now I feel like a tongue to wear my name in your mouth.